Hey, it's Russ Payne with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Unknown Armies, 3rd edition. The C word. Of course, the C word is crowdfunding. I don't know if any other possible words that start with C.
Yeah, we're off to a good start. This will be good. Family friendly, fun for all ages.
Yeah, maybe not. We'll see. This is this is not going to be as dark as the game Jeb and I played, which will be posted at some point after your actual play. But we'll see how dark it goes.
Eventually.
It's a game about people doing terrible things to get what they think they want. So we'll see how that goes. So all of you are friends of Anthony. I haven't even given Anthony the last name yet. Anyway, he has a kid. The kid is quite ill. And basically, Anthony is bankrupting himself to pay for treatment. And, you know, all of you have given all the money that you can already afford to give him. But he's asking you to help out. He's found this consultant who he's 100% convinced can make the pay my bills, pay my the crowd. It takes a village to pay my bills. .com's not GoFundMe because you know that'd be a thing. Crowdfunding campaign for his medical bills. There's apparently this consultant whose name is Cleo. Is a maestro, a master of social media, and she can get results that no one else can. So she can make sure that this campaign is successful. They get enough money for treatment, but apparently she's quite eccentric, and she needs help. And Anthony has turned to you, 5, his best friends, who are all for various reasons willing to meet with Cleo and do what you want. And she is you've already found out she's quite eccentric. She's wanting to meet you at midnight at the Metro Northtown Mall, which is an abandoned shopping mall over 1.3 million square feet of retail shopping opportunities of a bygone era. It is a quite creepy place, and for whatever reasons, you have all agreed to go on this. You don't know why. Anthony, of course, cannot come. He has to tend to his kid. And Cleo is very specific that Anthony is not part of this, but you 5 are. So as you all meeting in the parking lot, waiting to go in, the door is ajar, slightly swinging in the breeze of the night. And you all have flashlights, of course. You all look at each other. So I will go from left to right and call on players to introduce their characters. So Daniel, you are playing.
Hey, I am playing Arthur C. Rose. I am a quiet warehouse grunt.
Okay. Tell us about your gauges. Do you have any really high ones? And can you explain why?
Isolation. He was basically an only child that lived in the middle of nowhere at first, so he didn't really interact with much of anything throughout summer months.
Okay. All right. So that's something. 4
notches in isolation.
Okay. Next up, we have Jeb, who is playing.
I am playing Ezekiel Bradshaw, but my friends call me Zeke. I am a irritable trucker.
Okay. And those are 2 separate identities.
Yes. My main identity is trucker.
Okay. And what do you have any high gauges that you want to talk about? Or any gauges you want to...
That will be self and violence, because the road is a harsh mistress and you got to defend yourself sometimes.
Okay. Yeah, in Unknown Armies, it's like Mad Max a little bit. So
witness me deliver these things of stuff to Walmart.
There are literally car wizards, so you're not entirely wrong.
That's madness. That's not a thing. I don't believe you.
Next up, we have Sean, who is playing.
So I'm going to be playing Steve Korick. He's a martial arts instructor, karate instructor who taught Jackson before he got really sick.
Jackson, that's the name of the kid. All right.
And his main notches, or his hardened notches, are in isolation and helplessness. He lost a custody battle. He can't see his kids anymore. That was just kind of the basic story I came up with for him. But yeah, that's kind of the idea.
Next up, we have several bats.
Will's good.
Will's good.
I don't know why it's anyway. You may also remember me as Crawl Kill for those who've been around for a while. Yeah, this is Craig Cooper. There's no relation. It was not a Twin Peaks reference when it was written, although it might be now. He is an Uber driver and a small-time burglar. tends to work the airport circuit, sometimes figures out marks aren't going to be home for a while, nobody else there, and avails himself of their belongings while they're out. He is obsessed with the burglar identity because he is lacking in identity in general, with a bunch of failed and hardened checks on self. His life went off the rails when he flunked hard out of college about 10 years ago. Some drunk driving and a fatality were involved. Anthony put him up after his parents ditched him and he had no money. He is quite devoted, but he's not entirely sure who he is. Has a tendency to accede to requests without thinking. Animated, but vacant. Distinguishing characteristics: he's got a disarming smile, wind-dried hair, and eyes that are just a little bit dead inside. His car is in a higher price range than his shoes.
All right. It's like you know the game very well. You made the perfect character for it. And then, of course, we have guest player Thad from RPPR. I couldn't not let Thad try Unknown Armies because it's just this kind of game.
I'm probably actually going to run this with some people out here in the mysterious land where I live this summer, so I'll let you know how that works out. But I'm playing Bridget Connors. She insists on being called Bridge. She's a former EMT, and the reason she's not anymore is that accidentally over eBay she bought what she thought was just a regular like portable tape player from the 80s, and instead what it does is say weird mystical things. Never mind, it's not important. But she became somewhat obsessed with that, and it tied into her actual like gameplay obsession is finding and fixing what's broken. And so these weird whispers of the future have caused her to well, her gauge for unnatural is looking pretty rough at the moment because she's been trying to find out where this came from and why it does what it does. Also isolation, because she, obsessed with this thing, sort of lost her job and all this other stuff. But her overall goals are focused on helping people who can't help themselves. So which is fun because I didn't know what the plot of this campaign was, but it ties in really well. Yep. But she's got like short, spiky, bright red hair, very, very punk looking, and just looks kind of like she's seen some shit.
Okay. So yeah, you've all Anthony's quite charismatic and quite gregarious, and you've all shown up to his backyard barbecues several times. He has a wide circle of friends, but he's chosen you to help him out in his hour of need. Maybe because you were the only ones he thought would actually agree to this, or because you don't have to get up early in the morning in your meeting at midnight. So the door is open. There you walk in. I assume you all walk in the mall after saying hi, and you can see there is a little LED light taped to a piece of cardboard taped to a wall. Says Cleo, and it points an arrow towards the food court.
Huh.
That's a little eccentric.
Yep,
this is going to be a whole thing, isn't it?
Craig doesn't question this at all. He's someone's given him an instruction. That's all he wants out of life is some kind of direction. He's quite happy to follow the sign unless anybody urges caution.
Okay.
That's what we're here to do.
Well, nothing suspicious yet, right?
The Northtown Mall or the Metro North Mall is pretty. I don't know. I'm not going to look at its actual geography. It is an abandoned mall in Kansas City, but in this version of the world, it's sort of in an isolated area. So there's actually not many. I mean, obviously, some people have broken into it, and there have been some squatters, but it's kind of far from everywhere else. So it's not really worth going to hiking all the way out here if you're a squatter or a drug addict or whatever to set up shop there. So it's kind of unusual, but you all follow there. And in the food court, they still have some tables set up, as the Sbarro on one side and the Orange Julius on the other are, they're caked in dust and broken dreams of small franchise owners.
Okay, well, really, they'd be caked in broken dreams even if they were open.
All right.
Maybe they're caked with less than they would have been otherwise.
Hey, so there's Cleo. At least you assume so. She's a very mid-20s woman, looks very unassuming, seems perfectly at ease. She is drinking coffee, from a to-go cup. She sees you all, and she sort of walks over. Tony or Anthony, well, yeah, he told me that he was sending some helpers, so which is great. If he wants to, it takes a village. If he wants, it takes a village to pay your bills. Campaign to really take off and pay all his bills, plus my fees. It's going to need all of your help, and it's going to. Before you have any questions, I'll just say. I'll be as honest with you guys as I can be, but the best solution is you just do what I say and don't ask any questions. So
everybody slowly glances at Craig.
It sounds good to me, man. Craig's eyes are a little unfocused.
Yeah. So there's two main things I need you to do, but it's not going to seem related. It's not going to seem to make any sense. And you don't have to worry about it making sense. You just have to do what I say, and we'll be doing great. But the first thing, do you want to do the easy thing or the hard thing first? I assume you. I'll just tell you what the easy thing is. And I'm just got my fingers crossed. You're just gonna agree to do this without any questions, but you're probably not.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So there's this woman, Margaret Sherfield, and you're gonna have to go. I know where she lives, but you're gonna have to. There's three things you need to do. You need to get photos and videos of her. You need to find out what she does on a daily basis. And then I'm gonna need you to call some people and tell them what you found out. About Margaret. So does that sound like something you guys want to do?
This is for a social media thing, right?
So you're asking questions. Okay. What I do isn't normal. By the way, is everyone hearing me okay?
It's a little garbled on my end, but I still can understand you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you all right. Sean was breaking up there for a minute.
Okay. I'm running this at a friend's house, so I don't know if the internet is quite as good as it usually is. Hopefully it will stay good, or the interference will clear up a little bit. Anyways, so you're asking questions. Okay. What I do isn't normal, and it's not going to seem to make sense to you, but if you do what I say, I can get results that aren't normal. Is that enough for you? Or do you need more?
Does it help Anthony? Then I'm all for it.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Sometimes what needs doing does need explaining. I'm a bit of an amateur photographer. I know you guys don't know that about me, but I'd be happy to put my skills to work. She doesn't need to know. Is it fine? Can we ask her? Can we just ask her? I mean, you could just ask her.
Don't.
Okay. All right.
Don't alert her at all.
Oh, okay.
She's not gonna want it to do. If she gets wind that you're doing anything, she might go into hiding or move, and we don't want that.
Right, that's obstruction. We go in there quiet.
Oh no, this is by the way. Obviously, the first thing is don't tell the police anything, and also don't tell anyone about me unless I tell you to. Don't take any photos or videos of me. Don't post about me. Just pretend I don't exist. All right. But yeah, you need to find this woman. She lives in this neighborhood, and get photos and videos of her. Find out what she does on a daily basis, and then here's a list of names and their emails, and just email all of them. And you probably don't want to know who you are. You probably want to be anonymous. So I don't know how good you are with computers, but maybe go to a library and set up a fake or a cafe or, whatever. And you use the free Wi-Fi and set up a fake email address and just kind of.
Do they not Snapchat?
I don't know. I don't know, actually. Some of them are. Well, don't worry about who they are. Just use their names and addresses.
Oh, yeah. Questions. I'm sorry. Oh,
yeah. So you do that. That's the easy thing, is getting that done. And then once you do that, and I'll know when you're done. I'll tell you. We'll come back here, and we'll have to meet again at midnight for the hard thing. Because we only have to do this once, but I mean, the hard thing, you should probably want to do the easy thing first.
Yeah, warm up.
Yeah, but you're all okay. I kind of need all of you to say that you're okay doing this. So, Arthur, are you okay doing this?
If it helps out Jackson, I guess.
Yes. But again, yeah. And Zeke, you're okay doing this?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, we think paparazzi, think, spies. You don't want to be caught. You don't want to be found out. Let's see here. Steve, you're okay with that?
I want to help Anthony. Or
Okay.
I want to help Jackson. And so I'll agree to it. But I really hope that whatever the hard thing is, it's not going to be something a lot worse, Something a lot more questionable than it already is, I guess.
It's not going to be questionable in the legal sense. It's just going to be. It's not going to be good for you. But that's fine. You don't worry about it right now. That's a tomorrow problem for tomorrow you. So don't worry about it now.
Okay,
so Craig, you're okay with this?
So before Craig answers, I have a question for
Sure.
Thad. Is Bridge like hunched over her tape player? Does she carry it with her everywhere she goes? Does she have one earbud in? Is she like
she doesn't like Gollum with it, but she does have it like in her satchel.
Mm-hmm. All right, so not overtly something that would be spot on.
No.
How does Craig feel about this? Listen, it's got to be done. Anthony's our guy. I mean, Cleo seems real competent. I'm down. I think I can guide you, indicating my fellow player characters through this process. There's a lot you guys don't know about me, and that's fine. We can get to know each other a little better.
Great. Anthony chose some
Damn millennials.
all right. And Bridge, you're cool with this?
She sort of just regards Cleo for a minute and then just yeah, I'm in.
Great. Well, you know what to do. Just hopefully you can do it tomorrow. Take care of it. Shouldn't take you more than a few hours, depending on how you do it. I'm not going to ask questions. I know you don't ask a question unless you really want the answer. So then, depending on how long it takes you, then I'll just call you and we'll meet again here at midnight. And we'll do the hard thing, but don't worry about that yet. We'll just focus on this. So great. So you are good. Great. All right. You can let yourselves out. So
Of the vacant, echoing mall.
yeah.
Pull the door shut.
Once I'm finally out of the mall, I'm going to say to the others, so we're going to be collecting blackmail?
That's what it sounds like. I don't know. I mean,
We don't know.
If it were blackmail, it would be more specific. It would be catch them doing
information.
Blackmail
this
would
is
mean
more
you
like-
asking questions.
I don't know. I mean, Anthony seems pretty sure of this, and I mean, he's a straight shooting guy. I mean, I don't know.
Well, yeah, it is weird. But yeah, you have names. You could look up the people that were listed on that sheet of paper.
How many names were on that list anyway?
6.
6. We're sending this information to 6 different people.
Yes.
Okay.
Is anyone indicating that that's something they might want to do out loud?
I'd say Zeke is not the most tech savvy person of the group.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd imagine I'm not either. I kind of want to go with to make sure things don't completely go to crap.
Okay.
Actually, though, so Craig is going to take a picture of the list. How did we get that list? Was it like a written list?
Yeah.
So Craig's going to take a picture of it. That's going to be on his phone because I want that. I want to cause
You want the
problems.
incriminating evidence with you.
Yep. I don't think Craig is very good at what he does.
All right. So Craig has that. So you can wait until morning. You know the address. It's actually an upscale neighborhood. You can eat for free. Google map it and look at it. It looks like a nice 2-story McMansion type. Well, not quite a McMansion. It's a townhouse. You know, it's a nice house. Garden. You know. So yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder if now is the time. It's still night, right? We haven't. Obviously, we're gonna have to kind of wait till day to try to follow her around. But I explicitly have Case the Joint as a small-time burglar skill. Can I, in a low-risk kind of a way, kind of check out the place, see if the house seems unusual, if there are points of ingress, if we need to? I mean, I don't see why we would need to break in, but
so you're just driving by slowly?
Yeah, just drive by, check it out.
Okay. What's your
see if
burglar
any
at?
neighbors seem to be awake late at night. It is 60%.
Is it your obsession?
It is.
All right. Well, you do very well. You get a 2. So that is quite good. And so it looks like a standard house. There's nothing unusual about it. You would guess that the owner is an old woman who lives by herself, judging by her decor, the meticulous nature of her garden.
Maybe I'll pay her a visit next time she's out.
You know, she has a nice car. It's a BMW, but it's pretty old. So you do notice several library stickers on her bumper. She seems to be a big fan of the local libraries.
So note to self, do not send emails from library.
She also has a scratched off with it too. You also notice there's a scratched off bumper sticker and what looked like on her car. You get the word Avalon on it. So it looks like some kind of logo or part of a logo. So while
it's that guy from that podcast, right?
You fool.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So
I'm satisfied. Yeah, I'm not. I feel like Snapchat OPSEC might be the very best that Craig can manage. I want to convey this to my friends somehow. These like little details that seem of interest.
All right, yeah, you can all have groups.
Am I anyone's ride? Am I like the wheels for anybody?
I was going to say, Craig, did you go off on your own to go Case the Joint? Because
I feel like I would not have told you. Well,
yeah,
because I don't want to be found out. I don't know.
For a technical note, Sean, you're still breaking up. Could you just quit and rejoin real quickly? See if that improves your connection, because I'm getting a lot of static on your side.
Oh, I thought he was just an Autobot.
Yeah. Yeah. So while
probably Craig made an excuse and split off and was like, let's meet up again.
Well, I mean, it's midnight. I imagine we would probably either sleep or something.
Engage mischief.
Well, or research things. John?
Is this any better?
Yes.
Yes.
What in the world? Okay, that's bizarre. Anyway, I was going to say to you, Craig, was that so I take it you went off and you went on your own to Case the Joint.
Craig, bailed.
I kind of wanted to coordinate like let's meet up in the morning to kind of do this stuff.
Yeah, somewhere with coffee.
You're all in the same social circle, so I'll say you guys all have each other's some means of getting a hold of them, so you can all contact each other.
Okay.
Snapchat predecessor to TACnet or whatever.
We have a group Facebook chat going.
It's the group me
reluctantly.
So yeah, you can have that. And yeah, if nobody else is doing anything that night, you all.
Oh no, I'm going to consult my weird tape player and see if it tells me anything.
All right. What's the skill for that?
It's 45.
And that's your obsession?
No, actually. Well, I mean, it's my obsession is finding and fixing what's broken, but
no, you get one of your identities is your obsession identity, so.
Yeah, but would that apply to the supernatural skill? Because the supernatural skills don't attach to a specific identity, as I recall.
What identities?
Or don't attach to a specific meter, I mean.
They don't attach to a specific meter. No, we're talking. No, there's aside from your 3 passions, your obsession skill is is one of your identities, which means you can flip it at will. So.
Right. So yeah, it would be the portable tape player.
Okay, so that so that
40 crowds out everything else in your life.
Well, I mean, that sounds like his character concept is that he lost Bridget lost her job because of this. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering how you could not become obsessed with a soothsaying tape player.
Exactly. Right. And it works out. It pays off in this end because your 72 is flipped to become a 27, which is a success. So what are you most concerned with? Like, what kind of information you're trying to get out of your tape player? Like, what angle is most concerning to you?
Well, to me, it's how to let's see. Well, Bridge's primary concern is with not causing any undue harm to anyone. So if there's any way to, like, I don't know, to what things to look out for that could be damaging or harmful to people in our mission here. Like trying to succeed at this without causing any physical harm, I suppose. So if there are physical dangers or things, are usually, like, since she comes from that background, that's kind of her primary concern.
The human. Okay, so I just make up lyrics. Is that it?
You don't have to make up lyrics. You can just tell them. You can just say the gist of the song. I'm not going to make you write.
The gist of the song is about the human flesh engine is powered by hate and scorn. You get a sense that this is somehow and then the word dox comes up several times. It's like it's a hook for the song. She got doxed. So you have a hunch now of a 27, which you can use on. So that carries forward. But yeah, you something about doxing seems to be very important.
No.
Anyway,
Okay.
Hard to share that insight with a group.
Yeah, I don't know this.
And we're going to believe you about your tape recorder?
Who said I was going to say anything about it?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Maybe I shouldn't put it in my notes.
Yeah.
I have some idea of what we're doing this for, and I'll just keep that in my pocket.
Okay.
For the
He's a 4chan wizard.
And also, I have some hunch at something in the future. We'll see.
We'll see.
Something computers.
So is anyone else doing anything that night? Are you gonna wait? Yeah, sorry.
Arthur is going to pick up a cheap digital camera.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, at midnight, the best you could do, you could get a prepaid cell phone, smartphone with a camera on it at a gas station.
Too. In case we need to burn it.
Yeah. So you can get that, like a $20, quote unquote smartphone, at a gas station. So, yeah. So you get that. Anything else? All right. So you guys, the next morning after you get some sleep or not, you all meet at the Waffle House for
Yes.
Breakfast of
correct
champions.
answer.
It was that or a Denny's. But Denny's is for lunch,
Tonight Hawks.
Yeah. So
Denny's is for upscale people. All right. Waffle House is where my people live.
all right. That's it. So, yeah, how do you want to handle this? You're all together?
All right.
So the car split up into multiple cars and kind of shadow her, or like what's kind of?
I mean, I drive. I think Street Zeke drives too. Is that right, Zeke?
Yep, I've got a rig and I've got an F-350.
Yeah, you have.
I
to,
think
wow. Okay, I'm gonna go with Craig.
For discretion.
Yeah, I mean, Craig's car, as I mentioned, it's I don't know shit about cars, but it's like a 10-year-old car that was nice when it was new and is now like sort of well maintained. It is a relic of his past life for sure.
Actually, probably if he's an Uber driver, he's probably gone in the Uber car loan program.
Ooh, that's possible.
Because the Uber requires them to have a very recent car, I believe. So it's actually a very nice car.
That might be true.
It's like a 4-door sedan, but like he's in debt for it.
Whoa,
Is it because they offered the program to him and he immediately agreed?
He had no ability to resist it. It's like, yes, directions, a path. Craig does relate. So I checked out the house. Looks like a perfectly ordinary lady. I don't know why I specifically noticed that she had a scratched off bumper sticker on her car, but something about it just tells me it might have been important. I just got this feeling. And so remember that suggestion.
Well, you rolled a 2. It wasn't quite a critical, but you do. Yeah. You swear you've seen that before.
Oh, there we go. That's what it is. Does that mean anything to you guys? Avalon? It's an Arthurian thing, right? Craig
it was like
actually
a
didn't
stylized
know that.
logo.
Should I? Is there like a role
Is there like a
associated with
role?
it?
Just Google it.
That would either be a knowledge or if you have an identity that would work with that.
I'll do a knowledge.
All
Just
right, what's your knowledge at?
55.
55.
I have knowledge at 60.
All right. Let's see here.
Don't you have to have one hardened notch in each of the abilities?
At
Yeah,
least
you have
one.
Yeah, you have to have a 1 in everything. So
Is it the next one over or what?
Yeah, you should have
yeah.
a 55 probably.
One is
Okay.
no, one is 60.
yeah, 1
Oh,
is
it is.
60. So, yeah.
Okay, then mine's 60. My bad.
Okay, you both failed. You both rolled.
Yay!
Yeah, no, I'm not going to roll.
Well, I wasn't going to have Craig roll because his knowledge is 35 because he can't think about anything. But just because everybody else is failing, I could take a 35 knowledge.
Hey, you got a 9. Good job. It was bugging you all night. And you're like,
Yeah.
and then you remember that Avalon Agriculture, there was a big lawsuit that bankrupted the company a while ago. They went out of business over in Iowa. There was some sort of, God, what was the details? Well, between all of you, you can all start Googling it. Avalon Agriculture went out of business a little while ago because of a massive class action lawsuit against them because they were accused of dumping all kinds of pollutants in small Iowa farming communities. And quite a few people got sick. And some people were thinking this was criminally negligent. But there actually a name pops up. Margaret Sherfield, the CEO of the company, basically, she walked away without
Went to ground, huh?
Yeah, she didn't have to pay any money. She didn't lose any of her own money. But the company went under, cost lots of jobs. A lot of kids got sick from the pollution. It was a big cock up in Iowa. You guys are, close enough that you heard some fallout from this in the local news and whatnot.
Well, Craig is definitely going to burgle her house next time she's out of town. that's what we've determined. That's the thoughts going through his head.
Justify that now. You know exactly how she.
Yeah,
she
I mean,
knows
and I can even
she
justify
knows.
global malfeasance too. I guess actually, I'm probably more likely to justify her malfeasance as being just part of the engine of the economy or something. Who knows? I have no sense of self. I also wanted to mention, yes. So you remember Cleo told us specifically. Craig feels bad about being at all suspicious of anyone, but she specifically told us that we might use a library to send this stuff to this people. Well, Miss Sherfield, she did have library bumper stickers on her car too. So I don't know if that's a false connection. I don't want to speak ill of our employer, but maybe not a library.
Were they all from the same library?
She said like internet cafe too, I think, right?
Yeah, that's true. Whatever. I mean, I'm just saying.
Starbucks.
That's not me. I hope somebody else. I type it 15 words per minute. I'm not in that. I communicate in the language of images.
All right.
Very well.
All right. So that's the thing. So you have some idea about her. What do you want to do? Well, I'll just go from left to right. Arthur, what do you want to do? Now, what are you thinking for play?
Have we determined how we're setting ourselves up to observe her?
No, do you want to try and figure out a plan for that? We don't have to role play it. Just tell me what kind of skill you want to use, and you can propose a basic plan. Secrecy would be the default one because this is, spine.
If I use my identity quiet, I got a 50% for secrecy.
Quiet would be good. So yeah, if you're a quiet person, you know. How
So let's take the shot now. I'll get something out of this.
No, you rolled a 60. So
I also got 60% for secrecy.
all right.
Craig saves the day again.
Oh, that's if you don't roll like a 90.
You rolled a 97 though. So
Damn it.
Whoa.
Wait, I'll use my one non-obsession flip.
all right, yeah, that 60 becomes a 6. So Arthur speaks up and he outlines a plan in which you guys take shifts and drives in, because apparently he's watched enough and he's read some detective novels and stuff like that. You know how to set up surveillance net, or at least one that a unsuspecting civilian would
Watch some Burn Notice.
Yeah,
reruns.
he binged the whole season.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Street level.
Yeah, basic level tradecraft, but it'll get by. So if all of you work, you can get photos and videos of her. So I assume that's what you guys are doing.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
helping
I
Shapes
got my
make stuff.
phone. Geotagging is probably turned off. Probably.
Yeah.
So Attica, like,
Yeah,
what
I've got
kind
my
of information
phone.
do you get about her?
From the knowledge check that you made, you just got her name that she worked at Avalon Ag, which went out of business. That she was the CEO of it, and it went out of business because of the class action lawsuit. And,
No, what did Miss what did
Well,
Cleo want us to do?
find out what her plans are.
Isn't this kind of like follow her, find out what she does like day to day kind of thing?
Yes.
Tell me an example of her day kind of thing.
Yeah, that would be the example. That seems to be what what Cleo was indicating.
I say we just wait for her to leave and follow her.
Bridget, do you want to use that hunch?
Yeah, I probably should.
Okay. You succeed on that hunch, and suddenly you put it together. You realize what Cleo's asking you to do. Cleo's asking you to dox her and then send that, basically get her information, get her daily schedule, and send it to you would bet 10 to 1 that those are some of her victims, some of the people in the class action lawsuit, that got sick or lost their jobs, and send it to them so that they can then harass her or then spread it to even more people so basically she's asking you to dox this woman.
Yeah, well, my noble obsession is helping the helpless, and if these people were victims of corporate poisoning, then I'm so on board.
All right.
I'm with her.
What's your self at?
Myself?
Yeah.
I've got 3 notches right now.
All right, yeah, no, that's good. You can just cognitively dissonance yourself. You're like, yeah, no, it's ruining another person like that. And
oh no, the poor rich lady who ran a company that poisoned people in Iowa. My heart, it bleeds.
So
that's literally what you do. I think to yourself. So you can share that with the group or not.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna just be like, look, this is probably what's going on. This lady was in charge of this company, and these people are people that we're doxing her to. So if anyone's not cool with that, you should probably bail now, or you could cowboy up and serve the cause of justice to people who constantly avoid it.
So this will be a self 2 check. Does anyone have just self 1?
Yes, I do. I do.
All right, self 1. That is defended with notice. What is your notice at, Arthur?
Mine is at 55.
55. All right. All right. You have a new notch in self. Yep. You can be it. You're that kind of person that's willing to do this. Who else had a self 1?
I do.
All right. What's your notice at?
60%.
All right. Yep, 37. All right. Yeah, you are this kind of person. You're kind of a and you're okay with this.
I don't know. I'm kind of uncomfortable. Well,
you're uncomfortable with it, but you're willing to do it. You don't freeze, you don't panic, you don't get angry.
It's for the greater good. It's for the greater good.
Sheer equanimity of Craig standing across the table, obviously completely untroubled by the prospect.
Yeah.
Inspires you.
All right.
I can definitely justify it on some level.
All right. So now that you all know what you're doing, you continue on with the plan?
Yeah.
All right. Sure. All right. So you continue on taking photos of her in video. The secrecy roll earlier is good enough to get that. You get photos of her, clear photos of her face as she is gardening in the morning. She, seems to can't really read her expression, and she's gardening. She's not really experiencing great joy or tragedy right now, so you don't know.
Is it just her in that big mansion? Or is there anyone else?
That was what Craig had relayed. He thought that she was alone.
It's a townhouse. It's probably, it's probably. I mean, it's a 3 or 4 bedroom house, but it's not like a huge mansion or anything. But yeah, it's very nice. Seems to be just her. Yeah, you only know that she worked for Avalon. You don't know anything else about her. You haven't researched anything else.
Yeah, we need to know what she's doing now.
So that's your morning. You go by, you all spend some time doing that, but you rotate cars and you take jogs, you change your clothes. So it's pretty easy to do. And again, this is a very, you all, are polite and nice enough, and your cars aren't bratty enough that you ding any paranoid neighbors to call the cops on you. So that goes by. But she goes in the house around lunchtime. Do you wait for her, or what are you going to do?
I'm staying put.
Okay.
I didn't pack lunch. Craig feels the wind in his sails.
I'll go get food for the gang.
No, guys, watch this.
What's
Hey,
up?
Craig, could you go and get us some food?
Sure thing.
I guess I'm going with Craig to get food because I'm in his car.
I guess. All right. Now, did you only do this? Who was that? Who's joining me?
Sean's
that'd be
character.
Steve, myself.
Steve.
Did you fail that self-check earlier?
I sure did.
Can I? This is just kind of a.
No, you made the check. You gain a hard notch. You didn't fail.
Well, yeah, sorry. You're getting the hard notch. Can I, just because here I am in the car driving Steve down to the subway or whatever to pick it up, can I roll my evaluate meter self on him just to get a feel for how into this project he is?
Yeah. What? Yeah, sure. What?
That's my Uber driver identity at 60%. I can evaluate his self meter.
All right. But you rolled an 82, so
I can't flip that. So I have no idea. I don't know. I don't get a feel at all for how Steve.
Oh wait, no, that's your obsession.
No, it's not my obsession.
Yeah. So you'd have to spin your free flip or.
Craig wasn't even doing it on purpose. He was just started talking, and the sort of scoundrel sense went off, and it just didn't pick anything up. So he doesn't have any
might be able
idea.
to pick up that I'm a little bit uneasy about it.
All right. So as you two are in line at the subway,
Mannerisms.
getting your foods,
Are eggs vegetarian? Are eggs vegetarian? I've never been able to. Craig is just talking. He's.
Oh, you're talking to yourself. You're not talking.
No,
to me.
he's sort of talking to Steve, but he doesn't doesn't require any responses. Yeah, Steve is there.
He's talking to who listens.
Yeah. Who's in proximity? So you place your order. You're waiting for your food to be made because you're making 5 sandwiches, and that's when she comes out and she's changed her clothes. She's wearing a nice dress. For those of people who are still staking out her house, she's wearing a nicer dress. She has a tote bag. You see some large books in it. Look, they're very large. They're hardcover, but they're very thin. It looks like. You see like an anime, like kind of a rabbit on one from the moment you're looking at it, and she gets in her car and starts driving off. So what are you going to do? Follow her?
Yeah, I guess we're tailing her.
Zeke will attempt to follow.
Okay.
Well, how are we set up right now? Because they're in one car. Like the people who went to get food are in one car.
Yeah,
I assume like the rest of us are in another car.
I mean, I assumed all of you had cars unless you said otherwise. Because
well, I didn't know if we were all just like separately, if we were all in individual vehicles or what. Like this seems like it would be important.
Probably you're all in vehicles, and only 1 or 2 of you actually have eyes on the house. Because again, you rotate. So I'll say, Bridget, you're the one who's actually sees this happen. So you can snap the photo to everyone else to alert them. And then you can take off or follow her.
Let's follow.
All right. Again, there's no need for a pursuit roll because,
she doesn't know she's being followed.
She doesn't know she's being followed. You're not doing anything particularly unusual. And she's not doing anything particularly unusual. And she pulls into the library. So by this time you guys get the sandwiches. I assume you all go to the library.
I send them the location where we are.
Okay. All right. So do you all go in the library, or just one of you goes in the library, or someone?
Zeke should have sent a text like this. Anyone want to try to get into the house?
Oh yeah, someone could break into her house.
Hey, I've never done anything like this before, but somebody
I'll
just
head into the library.
I gotta say,
Someone else can come with me if they want to.
Naturally,
yeah. All right, fine. We'll get the sandwiches from you guys later. You guys go to the house.
You can just like drive by and toss them to you.
I'll go with Craig to the house if we're going back there.
Sounds good.
All right, so the team burglary.
From when the Shoggoth comes out of her basement and Steve can karate kick it.
Let me look up to see what kind of check that is to
It
commit.
might not play out the way you think it does, huh?
Yeah. Because that's definitely
breaking and entering.
yeah, breaking and entering. Guess what? That's not legal, and that's kind of like, are you the kind of person who breaks into houses?
Yeah,
If
Stop stepping on
really-
my rights.
that's
may
very
not be used to
dishonorable.
it yet.
Steve thinks that's very dishonorable.
It is very dishonorable. It's not.
You agreed to do it though.
No, I didn't.
Oh, well, he just came along. Oh, is Steve gonna do like a
I
citizen's
agreed
arrest
to
here?
acquire some information. I didn't say I would break in to do it.
Okay, well, listen, Steve, you might want to turn your back for this. All right, I just
Well, hold on a minute. Like you're okay. Like what are you planning to do here? You're just gonna go in there and look around a little bit.
yeah, just see if we can find any incriminating documents, signs that she's been continuing to perform terrible agricultural medical experiments on children. You know what these people get up to?
We're okay, but listen, dude.
All right,
we were just. Okay, I'm basically going to talk to him about like, hey, we were supposed to get information on what she does day to day, not necessarily break into her house and all that stuff.
See, Steve makes a strong point, and Craig has very little willpower.
What is Craig's self at? How many hard notches?
He has 5 hard notches and 2 failed notches.
All right, this is it's hard. It's a self-4 check to break into a house in the middle of the day, especially so Craig's fine with it.
Craig does not care, but he does care about the approval of his peers.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have to make a check, but Steve definitely does. So Steve.
Well, hang on. Craig is not completely sold. Steve's misgivings are causing him some internal torment.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah. You guys.
He's gonna amount to final like assault. He's gonna look kind of sad and kind of pleading. But it's not gonna be hard, man. She lives alone. I've checked this place out. I mean, it's gonna be fine. And who knows what we can find? Maybe nothing. Our friends will tell us she's coming back. And if you're not comfortable with this, we don't have to do this. Okay, it's okay.
Look, Craig, I put my hand on his shoulder and just say, look, I mean, we're in this for Anthony. We're in this for a sick kid. Let's keep our hands clean, man. I'm just saying.
Craig fidgets but complies.
All right. So they're being good.
Fucking goddamn it.
Do we know how
I
long?
really like this character. It's erratic but obedient.
Do we know how long it took her to get from her house to the library?
Yeah, it wasn't too long of a drive. But yeah, meanwhile, while they're having their heart-to-heart, right? You guys,
they're having an after-school special moment.
Yeah, Bridget's at the parking lot. The other two are on their way. They're pretty close by. So do you want to wait a minute or you just want to go in?
One of us should wait outside. One should go in, I think.
I was gonna casually head in just to keep an eye on where she's at in the library. Switch my phone to silent. Well, switch to vibrate. So
sure.
I can still.
So you know,
I'll stay outside, I guess, to watch it in case he somehow gets around here.
Okay. So you go in and you see, it's a very nice library. And what is your notice?
My notice is 40.
40.
I should have went in.
You don't see her. It's a big library. There's a lot of people. So yeah, Arthur and Zeke are outside. Do you guys want to Bridget? I assume you tell them you can't find
As
it.
we eat our sandwiches.
Yeah, you're eating your sandwiches.
Trade-off.
Hard at work.
So yeah, Arthur, Zeke, what do you guys want to do?
One, eat my sandwich. And two, wait till she leaves the building.
Okay, so you two are just waiting there. Bridget,
Kind of like just peek at her car.
I'm gonna
That's
send
actually a good idea. Let's observe her car a bit.
I'm gonna send a text to those guys and say that I lost her, and if one person stays outside, like somebody else could come in and see if we could find out where she went.
Yep. All right. So you get that text. Do you want to do that?
I'll go inside.
All right.
Okay.
I'll stay out here.
All right, Arthur. Go ahead. What's your notice at?
My notice is now 55.
All right. Let's see here. Oh, that's an 11. That's a match success. Good job. You find her and you actually see a poster. And you kind of piece it together. She is reading stories to small children. She seems to be a volunteer who reads to kids and also teaches them about plants and gardening.
It's a lie.
You go, people.
And she seems to be quite popular. Everyone likes her, and she's using a different name, or it's just Maggie, but everyone seems to appreciate her there. She's very cool, everyone's smiling, laughing, that kind of thing. And yeah, so You notice that there is a also with a match success. You also see there's a small plate on there. It says this new section. This program made possible by the Sharefield Trust Fund.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So there's that. So you have an idea of her plans now. She volunteers a lot at the library, and she makes generous donations to them. So.
I'm not having second thoughts about following through.
Yeah,
It's nice to know that something's being done with all that blood money.
Yeah.
So while they're inside, and I'm kind of like peeking at her car, like, is there anything visible from the outside, like in her passenger seat, back seat, something like that?
What's your notice at?
50.
50. 16. That is a success.
Yay.
You do see she left behind a actually you see right in near the cup holders, between the two front seats, there is a little black canister that you recognize as pepper spray. So it looks like so she's concerned about self-defense. To some degree, but that's about it. So,
I'm trying to think how much of a dick I want to be right now.
well, it's daylight in the library parking lot, so there are people coming.
Jeff, the world is your oyster.
Yeah.
Are there like parking lot cameras that I see?
What's your notice?
50.
50. Let's. With an 83, you're not.
Can
sure.
I use my no, that it wouldn't work.
Molotov? What?
No, so I was like, no, yeah, it doesn't work. All right, yeah, so.
All right. All of you, I assume, communicate with each other. So all of you at this point, you think you have the first two parts done. You have photos and video of her, and you know what at least some of her plans are.
What's the third thing we need?
You need to tell the 6 names on the list.
Oh.
Well,
Just
the burner
walk into the
phone's probably
library
the
and do
easiest
it.
way.
Yeah.
Or that too.
Bridget, you realize basically you have actually a pretty good idea of what's going to happen if you do that. Is that the victims are going to show up here and they're going to make a scene. Jeff, if I'll chat, ask, would slashing her tires be bad? I'll let you be the judge.
No, like this is like me sending them in text because it would keep her from going back home for a while. I assume that Craig and them are out burglarizing.
That's true.
Well, I would actually say that slashing would not be a good way of doing that because slashing gets police attention. Letting the air out, however, just gets AAA called.
So yeah, you could mess with her tires if you wanted to, but you realize, Bridget, if you want, it seems that Cleo wants this woman doxxed and wants her victims to be able to confront her in public. So
all right, well, we're in the library.
She can't get away if she's in public.
We got the email list, right?
Yep.
Doxing's a weird millennial word I don't understand.
It's DOTKS. That's probably what
that's what I'm assuming is like dox.
Yeah, etymologically it means publicly releasing documents about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm setting up email in the library.
All right. What skill are you using to cover your tracks electronically?
I guess secrecy.
Secrecy would be perfect. What's your secrecy at?
It is also at 40.
All right. Let's see, and you get a 32. Good job.
Boom.
So you remember use Tor, and set up an anonymous Gmail account with random alphanumeric characters, and using on your browser, blah blah blah. You're able to send it without it being able to be traced back to you. So at least as far as a civilian with minimal privacy.
Now I'm going to go and get my goddamn sandwich.
What was your self at, by the way? How many hard notches?
My self is at 3.
3. Yeah, this is you're fine with it. It's kind of a shitty thing to do to someone, but if anyone deserved it, it would be her. So,
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's lovely that she's using her ill-gotten corporate blood money to support the local, library. But
all right,
but we're saving a kid's life, and that takes precedence.
All right, so all of you, so you're telling everyone else that you've completed the last.
Yeah, I send out I Snapchat or whatever we're doing, saying that we're done. Ghost emoji.
Okay. All right. Someone enters your group Snapchat, and it says, just says, "Good job. Meet me again. Meet me back at the same place at the same time." And then they leave the Snapchat.
I got 5 on unnatural. I'm fine.
Yeah. No, I mean, unless you guys are a computer programmer, you're not going to know that just seems weird.
It's totally normal. It always happens.
Let's put our own email in that list.
Technology's weird.
Yeah. Are you guys hanging around? What are you doing for the rest of the day? You finished around lunchtime. You just got right at it.
I'm getting my sandwich for fuck's sake.
All right.
Craig, do you have my sandwich?
Actually, the main question is: are you going to keep watching her, even though you've completed your task? I'll just go from left to right and ask each player. So, Arthur, are you going to keep staking her out, even though your job is done, or are you just going to go on with your daily routine?
Out of great fear, he's going to actually stay and see just how much they fuck this up.
Okay, so you are staying. Is that a yes? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Zeke, what about you?
I'll probably I want to see if I can find an angle to inconvenience her car some way that won't be traced back to me, because I kind of want to see what happens. Because
letting the air out of her tires would be the only way I could see of doing that without being traced to you. And that would definitely be a secrecy check to do that in public.
All right.
What's your secrecy at?
Let's see. Secrecy is.
Unless you got 30. A lot of unnatural, you are
All right. Actually, no one. I'll say you can use trucker for this because.
Yeah, 75.
All right.
Life is tough on the road.
Yeah.
As a trucker, each other.
You've had to harass other truckers before, and you So you managed to do it with a 51. So good job. You let the air out of her tires.
You let the Mark know that someone's fucking with her.
Yeah.
Well, just one tire, so it's inconvenient.
All right.
Can't leave. It doesn't look like someone's doing it on purpose.
So let's see here. Craig, are you doing anything, or are you just going to go back?
So was that Zeke, right? What about Steve? Here's the question: is Steve going to stop watching Craig?
Stop
is getting really squirrely about what's on the inside of that house, and if he's confident, because Arthur was still watching the library, right?
Yeah.
So
it's just you and Steve at the house right now.
Yeah, I'm saying if Steve goes off to take care of other business, Craig can still be confident through the Arthur conduit that she's still at the library, and he could have a little soft shoe kind of B&E situation. But he doesn't want to do it if he's being watched by Steve. He doesn't want to disappoint Steve.
Yeah. No, that's fair. So
he wants to do it.
No, let's not. Maybe Steve and Craig should have some kind of opposed roll to see if Craig can hide his.
Well, if you go in the house, you can't really tell, and that depends on Steve. Like Steve.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure. Bridge send out a text to everyone, the whole group, saying we've done the thing.
Yeah, we're done. We got it.
Okay.
Go back to the mall at midnight is basically where you're at in terms of helping Anthony.
Yeah, I could easily justify this by saying this whole thing, it has me feeling weird enough that I'm willing to kind of be like, hey, I'll see you at midnight, okay? Just do anything, don't do anything you're gonna regret, okay?
Sweet license, I never have.
All right. So Steve goes off to teach a class or two at the.
I'll go back and it's kind of like I need to center myself after doing something that doesn't feel right to me. So
all right. So Craig's kind of confirming with Arthur. So you're still peeking in the window there, right? Did she just start on one of those long chapter books? Is she reading Harry Potter?
Private
window.
Craig, you can either make you're not getting real time updates though. So do you want to do it or not? Do you want to break in or not? The sooner
if I'm not, I don't want to disrupt and just derail your game by being arrested. So I definitely would be inclined to do it. Yes.
Okay. What's your burglary at?
Burglary is 60%, and it is my obsession.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good because you rolled a 93, but that could become a 39. So you get in the house without anyone seeing you without triggering any alarms.
All right, so tell me about this house.
It's a nice 2-story house. There's a house cat. It's an indoor cat apparently, and there is a nice things. There's definitely some stuff you could steal. You don't. I mean, if you're trying to figure out anything about her, that's going to take another skill check.
Yeah, I'm more interested in looking for stuff about her. Would that be a notice, maybe, to kind of
notice or secrecy?
Oh, I got secrecy at 60 from my identity. I guess it should be secrecy because that's my obsession. I can flip it.
Yeah.
Right? Is that how that works? So
all right, 25. All right. You do find she has an office with a locked filing cabinet, but it's just a simple. Standard generic.
I pop those things at a touch.
Yeah, though those are pretty easy to pop open. So you get that open without making too much of a noise, and you see Avalon Ag files, and you start flipping through these, and you're not a lawyer, but you're guessing.
I'm barely literate.
Yeah, there's probably some juicy stuff in here. If some were to WikiLeak it, if you knew how to do that.
I don't know how to do that, but I can find fences.
You can't. Okay, you could. Well, this is not stuff you could.
Fencing exactly. I could probably find somebody who knows somebody somehow, or else I could get myself arrested attempting to.
The only thing you could see doing it with your successful skill check is either just trying to drop it off to a journalist anonymously and hope that they do a story about it, or 2, try and blackmail her. But either way has risks, and the blackmail is obviously. I
don't need to decide now. I can just
or you could just take it and just
take it and hide her. Yeah, Craig was against alerting her before, but
okay,
kind of juicy.
All right, so that takes some time.
You can just photograph the documents.
You can.
I assume there are too many for me to quickly.
It's a big stack of them.
Yeah, it sounds like a big stack.
I would assume piles of legal documents.
Yeah. I feel like even I need to make a self-check as I walk out with these things because whatever happens, super real, right?
Yeah, it's also you're not sure exactly why you're doing it, other than
I can feel it and fuck with.
Because he can.
So Craig's thing is impulse is kind of his thing as well. But his thing is that when he takes a mislike to his customers and he knows they're gonna be out of town, that's when he goes and burgles them. And he's definitely taken a mislike to this woman who.
Yeah, but you're taking documents, not something you can fence easily.
Yeah, it's not my specialty.
Yeah.
Why don't I put it to the group? Why don't I make them witnesses?
Make them accessories to a felony.
Accessories.
All right. That's a self 6.
What?
Because you realize that's making them all complicit.
I think maybe Craig just has to reluctantly put it away and not cause any more trouble. He'll remember this though. He can always come back another time.
All right. So he's leaving the documents.
He's gonna leave him there. Just okay. Yeah. They've already kind of blown our cover. I mean, with the one tire being the air let out, that's not so much of a you're being watched, but I can see it's a vision of Cleo being mad at him that stops him.
Okay. All right. So, Bridget, what are you doing? Are you just going to go with Yeah.
I'm going to get lunch. I'm hungry.
Okay. All right. You get lunch.
Craig eats her sandwich to comfort himself.
All right. So about an hour.
Sandwich is such that Bridge can actually get them.
Sean, could you quit and rejoin again? You're getting the more static or
okay. 1 second.
Yeah.
Dalek.
Plug and unplug yourself, or whichever direction that goes.
Yeah, essentially. So we have Arthur at the library, and we have Zeke at the library, and that's it, I believe.
Yeah, I'm
think so.
Okay.
Better.
So
yes.
Yeah, she after about an hour, she does finish her storytelling time, and she notices her tire is flat, and she's calling. She's waiting in the parking lot when another car pulls in and several people get out. And they kind of look around and they notice her and you got it. Oh, look, you're just having oh man, your life, they start ranting at her. One of them does have a camera. How does it feel, knowing that my kid, is so sick because of you, because of what you did? And she just is panicking. She reaches in her car, and just starts she's holding the pepper spray up, like you would a cross to a vampire. She's saying, "Get away! I have a restraining order. You are not to come within here. How did you find me? You're not supposed to know where I am." And this is, "Don't change the subject." And one of them just like kicks her car, and then starts. There's several. So Arthur, Zeke, this is I'm gonna say a self 4 because you did this.
I'm good. Still 5.
I'm not.
All right.
Well, you're gonna harden up today.
All right. That's 29. So yeah, you get another hard notch.
Zeke will naturally
saying
drive
Does this
away.
information get relayed to the group that this is happening?
I don't know, Arthur, Zeke, tell me what you guys are doing. This happens in a space of a minute or two.
Citizen journalist.
Zeke,
Get out before this gets really bad.
Okay.
Yes, Zeke, once Zeke sees what's happening, he will casually drive away.
All right, yeah, you two.
Yeah, it's what he expected to happen has happened. So, mission accomplished.
Discretion is a better part about it. All right.
That was self, right?
Yeah, that was self. You have another hard notch in self now.
Yeesh.
Yeah.
All the way to 30 now. I mean, all the way to 3 now.
Yeah, no, you're discovering things about yourself.
Soon it's just going to be
good
Bridge giving instructions to a bunch of hollow men.
Hey, by the way, this is going a lot. This is a lot nicer than Caleb's 2 games he's running.
Yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, no, I listened to the bakery ascension.
No one's been killed by architecture yet. I thought that was your thing.
I think I had like a horrible flesh wound in like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's called dramatic timing. Like there's
It's coming.
you have to build up. Yeah, it's coming. So
The mall stands up.
I did set you're going back to the mall at midnight, and it is abandoned. So give me that. Anyways, yeah. Do you two tell the rest of the group Snapchat? Also, did you take any photos or videos of that?
I'll take a couple photos.
All right, you take a couple
I
photos.
will not, because I don't want to have further evidence on me.
Okay. Do you tell the rest of the group? Arthur?
I'll say that there was a confrontation.
Zeke doesn't text and drive.
Okay. If I get that message, like maybe after I'm
Yeah.
While I'm in the middle of teaching classes, I think my oh shit, I was complicit in this. I'm
Yeah.
gonna ruin her life. I'm a protector. I'm probably gonna actually leave and go deal with this.
Okay. It's over 2 hours after you got that message because you were teaching a class. So you go.
Yeah. I can't really be there if it all happened. Yeah, it probably all goes down pretty fast. I probably can't do anything about it.
Yeah, no, it's after the fact. You check social media afterwards.
Yeah.
All right. What's your self at?
Myself's at 2, and I'm totally willing to take a hit for this.
Yeah, this is a self 3 check. You're a terrible person.
Just auto fail me, please.
I roll. I'm following the rules. You got a 98, so you do fail. So yeah, fight, flight, or panic. Do you get really angry at yourself and start beating up a punching bag, or freak your students out, or do you lock yourself in your office and or do you just run, just get out and run home? Like, oh God, what have I done with myself?
I'm gonna I think I'm gonna lock myself. I'm gonna go to my office and take a break and just kind of have a moment of quiet reflection. And yeah, it's just gonna be very abrupt. People aren't really gonna know. My students aren't really gonna know what's going on.
Yeah, you have to cancel a class, or actually your assistant sensei cancels the class because I
can't focus.
Yeah, they knock. You don't hear them knocking on the door for 3 minutes. So they're just like, "Are you dead? Is he dead?" They're about to bust the door down.
Oh shit!
Yeah, but when you sort of no, so yeah, you just realize, you ruined whatever piece she had. Did you do the right thing?
No, I don't think. I'm not convinced I did.
Yeah.
What you need is some therapy from a monster.
What you need is some Waffle House.
So
no, I'm downgrading to Denny's.
All right. So you don't have to make any skill checks if you guys want to check social media to find out what the fallout was.
Craig is completely indifferent. He'll listen. He's
Okay.
going to the group chat. He's enjoying this time he spent with his friends, but he is not making any effort to find out what happened. He does not care.
Okay.
Zeke will look it up out of morbid curiosity.
All right. Zeke finds out that there are several people on the Facebook timelines are talking about the newest viral video.
Jesus.
Library parking lot brawl. As it shows the fight. Zeke, you actually can see part of your car in the background as it's pulling out, and you're driving away. Good thing you have tinted windows. You're fine.
And then he tries to drive away in the flat tire. Oh no.
The four people like bust one of her windows. She sprays them with pepper spray. There's a breeze. It just wafts all over the parking lot. The police have to show up. There's according to reports, there's tasering. They find out her name and they're like, oh, she's a monster. She was volunteering at the library. This monster who got children sick. And there's people calling for the library director to be fired. Local councilman's like, well, this is why we need to cut funding to the library because they can't. They're putting monsters in charge of.
God damn it.
Yeah. So, it's just becoming a talking point for both sides. Well, the other people, we need more funding for the library so we don't need to be dependent on rich donors who are monsters and who knows why they're here. It's turning into a just out of control viral storm. Let's see here. Steve's already feels bad about that. So, does anybody else feel bad about that? Or has Arthur, you already made your check too.
Yeah.
Zeke, what's your self at? Yeah, your self is at 5?
It is at 4 actually.
Yeah. It's a self. No, I said self 3. So yeah, you're. It's not great, but
I've done worse.
All right. Craig's fine.
Craig reshares it from Zeke's wall with the comment, "Can you believe how people are?"
There you go.
Some people.
And then Bridget, what is your self at?
My self's 3.
Yeah, you feel pretty shitty, but it's okay. I'm
more pissed that people are using this as a notch against the library.
Cool. That's why it's a self 3.
It's the red versus the blue, right?
It's like there's unexpected fallout and collateral damage when you turn the petty hate machine against someone, even a deserving target.
Not our fault.
Not our problem. I don't have kids.
Yeah.
Wait, only kids use the library? Come on.
It occurred to me as I said that it didn't make any good sense. But,
so night evening passes. You all can either get dinner together or just by yourselves. Does anybody do anything between now and the library? Before the midnight. Sorry,
I got something.
Sure.
I want to consult my tape player and see what I need to brace myself for in regard to what the hard challenge is going to be.
Okay. What's your skill at?
It's 45.
45. That's right. Well, you got a 79. So that's your next hunch you got to use. It's you just get static and just a broken voice. Not a good.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Good voice.
Yeah. So yeah, you do that. Everyone else is just kind of chilling out. Prepared.
Craig is sullen.
This is
trying to sleep for tonight, but just staring at the ceiling instead.
So this is the night of we're gonna go back at midnight to meet up to find out what the hard thing is, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'm steeling myself for basically a confrontational talk. I have it set in my mind that I'm gonna confront Cleo about this and demand that she tell us answers.
Oh no, 2 people speaking with authority in the same room. What do you do?
Yeah.
It's like a puppy when you're trying to both call.
Like in my mind, this is how I make it right: is get to the bottom of it, and yeah. So
okay. You can certainly do that. So yeah, midnight rolls around, and you all find yourselves back at the Metro North Mall. The door is still open.
Good to see you guys again. I think we did good work.
blank stare to the middle distance.
It's okay. Listen, you guys probably didn't see the video. Here, let's check it out.
No, I just. Oh my god! I walk into the mall.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you
I'll
walk.
follow forth.
My shoulders are pointed forward a bit. You know, I'm kind of walking like I might be a little upset.
Yeah. No, that's pretty easy. No one has to make a skill check to pick up on that.
It's really obvious.
Yeah. So yeah, you're the so Steve, you're the first to find Cleo. She's back in her same seat in the food court. She says, "Oh, good. Hello. I'm glad you all followed instructions to the T. Very nice job."
Yeah, we looks like we ruined someone's life. I hope it was all worth it.
You want to help Anthony and his crowdfunding campaign, right? You want to help little Jackson.
Yeah, I do, but now I'm a little worried about what this hard thing is. You know, that was our easy thing.
Yeah, that was your easy thing because it doesn't come back on you. It's you're just doing something bad to someone else. You know, this is all on you. This is you. You're gonna wish you could dox more people, and ruin more people's lives.
No, I highly doubt that.
Okay.
Highly doubt that, Miss Cleo.
Okay, yeah, no, you can doubt it. So the rest of you file in, but and so you can hear. But once in a little bit, you'll probably regret that. But anyway, so I guess do you have any questions before we begin? I don't want you to have any unanswered questions.
What's the hard thing? What's
Okay.
next on the list?
Yeah, what's next on the list? That's great. Well, it's actually something we have to do here. We have to do it tonight. So everyone, get out your phone. We're going to play. It's, I guess you would call it. You would think of it as a game, but it's also a ritual. I guess is the only way to describe it. And basically,
Bridge is definitely interested.
yeah. If you look on your phones, there's a little icon and it says fear on it. Just load that app up.
I pull out the burner phone like it's my phone. Is that app on it, or is it going to be only on my actual phone?
Whatever phone you pull out, it's on that phone.
Huh.
What is this? How did this get here?
Yeah, unnatural 2 for everyone. So Arthur, what's your unnatural at?
2 actually, because I apparently saw something.
Yeah, no, it's weird. Zeke, what's your unnatural at?
Mine is at 3.
All right, it's weird, but whatever.
Yeah,
Steve,
you're a trucker. You see unnatural things all the time.
Yeah, it's called being a trucker.
Steve, what about you? What's your unnatural at?
1.
All right, what is your? I believe it's knowledge. What's your
Knowledge is 55 now because I've taken a hit to self.
55. All right, get it hard notch and unnatural.
Oh boy.
That how the fuck could that happen? You have your phone locked down. You can't have someone install an app like that for nothing. That's weird. Craig, what's your natural at? Craig,
anyone?
Will,
C Reg.
Euler.
Several wolves.
several bats.
Several.
He's
Okay, we'll do. He's having technical difficulties. Bridget, what's your natural at?
Oh, mine's at 5. I've been looking into unnatural shit for a while.
Yeah.
You're just wondering where the icon is in David Bowie.
Yeah.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
There we go. We can.
Yes. I can hear you. I don't know. My unnatural is 1, and my knowledge is 35.
You'll be fine.
You actually are. You got a 26. Okay, unnatural notch.
Craig is unflappable.
Hard notch. Yeah, you're just like, that shouldn't have happened. Just a really good hacker.
Life. Yeah.
Yeah, it's legit.
Yeah. So I don't know if you could tell, but this okay. I don't know where to begin. There's a lot of things to talk about. 1, supernatural stuff is real. 2, ghosts are real. 3, we're going to play a game with ghosts. Your phones can now see ghosts and things like that. I need you to find some
Pokemon
photos.
Ghost.
Okay, Cleo. Like if we're gonna work with you, you need to be telling us the truth here. You know, like no,
I installed the app.
No more bullshit.
Truth.
What is this prank you've been playing? What is this doxing? What is going on?
I don't think Cleo wants to tell us the truth. Why does she need to do that?
No, trust me. I am telling you the truth. I have to tell you the truth. I can't. There's complicated reasons, but I have to tell you the truth. And well, okay. So if you want to make one person popular, someone has to be hated. There has to be balance, and so for every victory, there has to be a loss. So in order to help poor little Jackson and make everyone sympathetic and make his little help and pay for my bills so I can grow up out of all the hundreds or thousands of other campaigns out there like that, someone's got to pay a price. And you should all be lucky that I found someone who deserved it. Because I could have just been really lazy and asked you to choose someone, and then someone that you didn't like, and then you could have watched as that blow up in your face. But that's a stranger. She's a stranger, and you don't care. And she deserves it.
Are you hiring? Can I ask that question?
Oh, that's a bad question.
She might have done something wrong in her past, but she was trying to make up for it. She was trying to, redeem herself a bit and sabotage that.
That doesn't really matter. I just need someone. I'm
opening up the app in the background.
Yeah. Someone
I'm not
opening
it.
Craig is distraught at the confrontation between people with spines.
All right.
Clearly on Clay's side, but
That is great.
Steve, can you tell us of a happy time in your childhood? A time wasn't there a house fire or at your grandparents' house when you were a kid and they lost a bunch of photo albums? And there was really one of you that year you got that video game system and you're really happy as you're opening under grandma's Christmas tree. And you've said you do remember that. You do remember unwrapping the presents. And you know how those photos got lost in the fire? Do you want that photo back?
How the hell? Okay, what is going on? How did you?
Look, I don't do parlor tricks, but if you want proof, I can give you proof that all that is dreamt in what's that Shakespeare quote or whatever it is, all that philosophy you can't
more things in heaven and earth. And by the way, Steve, I would recommend just going along with it because the fact that she knew that should be clue enough that something weird is happening, and it's best not to ask for more.
No, we're already. He has to see it. At this point, he has to see it. So look.
Yeah, you know what? Put your money where your mouth is. Show me.
It's on your phone.
God.
Okay, I look at my phone.
All right, this is a natural 6. It's a fun. It's that photo.
Do I drop my phone?
Yeah. You drop your phone. It falls.
I back away from it.
Yeah. Let's see here. What is the fins with that? Let's see. Take a look. Knowledge. What's your knowledge at?
Knowledge is 55.
All right, it's 43. It's another hard notch.
On a natural.
Man. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're stunned for a moment, but you're not like running screaming out or curling in the fetal position. But yeah, you do feel sort of like an intense sense of vertigo. You kind of sit down. She
I'd say
just reaches down, bends up, plucks the phone out, shows it to the rest of you if you want to take a look.
Of course.
You had a stupid haircut.
It's unnatural too.
I just kind of like staring.
Yeah.
Wait. Is it a Sega or is it a Nintendo?
Oh, it's Nintendo.
Okay, good.
So look, that's I mean, I don't like doing like, things like that because then everyone wants to have their photos restored and all that other stuff. And that's, kind of boring and a waste of my time.
I don't really recognize myself in old photos. It's okay.
It's fine. I mean, but that's, again, proof. So when I say they're ghosts, there really are ghosts. And when I say your phone in this mall at this night can see them, then that's true. So you need to go and you need to find, there are certain photos that you can only see through the lens of your camera, through your phone. And there's 5 photos, but there's A bunch of there's probably I counted 10 ghosts in here, so you don't want to be caught by the ghosts. They're gonna be this kind of, I guess you call it a stealth game. You don't want to be found. Now of course you can't trick the ghosts. You could distract the ghosts. You could try fighting them. I don't know how that's gonna work out. It's gonna work out badly, I'll give you that much. So you find the photos, and then that'll be enough for me. And once I'll know when you find out all 5 photos, and then that'll be enough. You won't see me again. Jackson's crowdfunding campaign will do just great, and we'll all move on with our lives. Any more questions?
Craig's clearly still thinks that
have rules. Like, is there something we can do to avoid certain things? Like, what? Huh?
The ghosts, if they see you, if they catch you, they'll tell you what you can't. They'll keep you from getting the photos. They'll take over your phone, and any phone you hold. So don't pick up any other phones until you give them what they want. And they'll talk to you. You probably don't want them to talk to you though. So yeah.
So what photos are we looking for?
Don't worry about them. They're just going to be a little icon. It's just going to look like a little Polaroid. Don't look at them. Just don't.
All right.
They're the ones that you can't see with your eyes. You can only see them through the what's the term? Augmented reality of the camera. Yeah. So
is this like that new Flappy Bird you kids always play?
I like you, Zeke. So yeah, just find the photos. The food court's a safe zone. The movie theater, I mean, to be fair, something's wrong with this place. So there might be more than just ghosts. I don't know. There's a reason why I chose this place, or it kind of chose me. And that's something's off about this place. I don't know what, because I couldn't find it on the internet, so it's not real to me. So
it's like a war game. I got you.
So you do whatever you need to do, and I'll be here waiting for you to do it. You can always come back here, but you need to get it before dawn. Otherwise,
how many photos are there?
5, 1 for each of you.
Are they for each of us? I mean, are they like a buddy's photo?
I think one person can get all 5 if they're really lucky. But I mean, they're all guarded.
I guess. I mean, are they of each of us?
I don't know. I actually haven't seen the photos.
Craig's experiencing curiosity, and he doesn't like it. It makes him uncomfortable.
All right. You don't want to look at them. I know that much.
That sounds like a really good idea.
So if we get caught, we just come back here. We can start over again, or
you have to do whatever the ghost. If you have to, the rules of the game are if a ghost catches you, you have to do whatever the ghost says.
Do you have like sample text from previous ghost requests? Like, do they have a script? No.
Nope.
There's no
does it exist on the internet?
They're real ghosts, so there's no script. They're real ghosts.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Sounds
don't want to
good.
be caught. Because the one thing I do know about ghosts is they don't want to be ghosts. They don't like being dead. So
do they want to be in us?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to find out, so that's why I'm having you do this instead of me.
That's what I do. I mean, I can't blame you.
Yeah. So do they accept Bitcoin? No, only Dogecoin. That's the cryptocurrency of choice for the undead. So
Dogecoin.
Exchange rate's terrible.
So the mall itself, there's a movie theater, there's a department store, Departo. There is the food court itself is safe.
The last Suncoast.
Yeah.
Suncoast.
There's Fashion Lane, I'll say, where a bunch of the fashion, clothing stores were. Let's see here. What else? There is Dude Bro Avenue, where there's a bunch of like Spencer's and Hot Topics.
The smell of Axe body spray haunts it even still.
Yeah. And a lot of the novelty and video games. You know, there was a GameStop there.
Software, etc.
There was a Babbage's.
There's a
Babbage's,
Babbage's,
yeah, same thing. Right?
Yeah. And let's see here. There is other department store. Let's see here. Which is, I'll say, a hardware store kind of place. So those are the 5 zones, and so you guess there's probably one in each zone.
What's the first zone? I missed it before Fashion Lane.
Let's see. There's
Theater
movie
and
theater.
department store.
Yeah, movie theater, department store, Fashion Lane, Dude Bro Avenue, and other department store / hardware store.
Noted.
Okay, and then the way we're supposed to find these photos is how again?
Looking.
We have to look through the cameras.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like Pokemon Go, but it's ghosts.
Pokemon.
Got it. Talking about in your.
Is this an if you can't see them, they can't see you scenario? I mean, if we put our phone down, can the ghosts still talk to us and all that stuff?
You know what? I don't.
One way to find out.
Yeah, there's one way to find out. I don't know all the rules yet. I haven't played this before, which is kind of why I'm having you guys do it because
co-op. It's more fun together.
Yeah, no,
They
it's
say
co-op in that you take all the
friends.
risks and I get all the rewards. It's fine. So
We saved
That's
that kid.
America.
yeah, so we'll just go from left to right in terms of like figuring out plans or whatever. If you guys want to, Arthur, do you want to go out by yourself or do you want to team up with someone or multiple people?
Considering threat is possible ghosts, I'd probably want to be teamed up with someone, but I was going to aim towards the department store no matter what.
Okay. All right. So Zeke, what about you? Are you going to go alone or are you going to go with someone else?
I might go with him to the department store.
Okay. So you two are going to the department store. Let's say
Yeah, so you
okay.
said there's one and there's one with a hardware store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The department. Yeah, I'll just call the other one the hardware store, just to keep it separate. So the department store and hardware store, and they're the big anchor, anchors of the mall, on opposite
They're like
ends.
on like opposite sides. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're on opposite ends.
Which one do you want to go to? Hardware or department store?
Arthur.
Oh, sorry, I was going towards the department store.
To the department store.
Okay, so you two head to the department store. Steve, what about you?
Let me do. Is it hardware video games?
That video games are on
Bro Avenue.
Hardware is like hammers and stuff. Like, keep in mind, this is an abandoned mall, so there's like 95. Basically, the only video games you're gonna find are like 2004 Xbox NCAA games, and stuff like that. FIFA 20.
I thought you described one of the sections as that.
Gonna steal the Burger King sneak.
Well, that's where their stores were, but it's abandoned. They've taken most of the stuff back. So you'll see.
We're gonna steal so many copies of Sneak King.
Oh
Yeah,
no! I was trying to name it by the section. I thought that was one of the designated sections.
Dude Bro Avenue and then hardware store.
Okay, I'll do Dude Bro Avenue, I guess.
All right. All right. So then, Craig, what about you?
I think we should probably do this in 2 and 3, not so much 2, 2, and 1. That seems like a good plan to me. I mean, it just seems like good practice. Just saying.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna go along with Steve. He was loud.
Good choice.
Okay. All right. So Steve and Craig are going to Dude Bro, leaving only Bridget.
I guess I will follow Steve and Craig for now. Because being with 2 other people, well, no, I guess both groups are 2. Whatever. They were the last ones to talk, so I'll follow them.
Woman after my own heart.
It's a good way to make choices.
Just got a centipede.
Dude Bro Avenue. Here we go.
All right. So Arthur and Zeke head to the department store. It's the Mears, not Sears or Macy's, but Mears, kind of like both. So Mercer or Mercy. So it's it was an abandoned store. So both of you, are you going to activate your apps?
Yes. Zeke
Yeah.
will activate his app.
All right. This is unnatural 4.
Okay.
What's your unnatural?
Mine's at 3.
All right. What about
Mine's
you?
at 2, so
Yeah, you defend with knowledge. What's your knowledge at?
50.
Oh, geez, my knowledge is not good. 45.
All right. Well, that's an 93 for Arthur and a 9 for Zeke. So Zeke, you get a hard notch. Arthur, you open up the app and the temperature drops, and the mall actually, you see people walking in it, and it looks new, and then it's old, and then it's new again. And then there's someone that looks like a teenage girl. She's looking at clothes, and then she looks at you, and she starts twisting her head upside down. She starts sort of lurching towards you, and this is not video game graphics. This is real. This is very real. At least that's what your primitive amygdala, reptile brain says. This is a bad real thing. So how do you react? Fight, flight, or freeze?
Part of me wants to do flight, but I literally have 35 in pursuit, so I'm not sure if that's the best.
It's about instinct, not about rational action. Either
Fair
anyone.
enough. I'll flee. Food court, safe zone. Food court, safe zone.
All right.
Man up here, woman.
All right. So he tears off into the mall by himself. He tears off into the mall by himself. Are you chasing after him, Zeke, or are you going to press on? You actually see you also see the teenage girl, but she chases after him. So that ghost is now gone. So you can press
party member.
Well, yeah, I guess I'll head on in. I think he's got.
Don't get level trained, dude.
Yeah. All right. So you head off into the mall by yourself into the department store. Arthur,
it always works in horror movies.
It does, doesn't it? So Arthur, you're running. What is your pursuit at?
My pursuit is at 35.
All right. 35. That is an 86. So that's going to be bad no matter what you roll. So we'll get back to you in a little bit. Let's see here. Are you trying? Yeah, I assume you're trying to head back to the food court, right?
Right.
I'll say you realize you see the food court up ahead, but there's an empty fountain, between you and it. If you throw yourself across it, you could dive, basically do a belly flop into the food court, onto a table, or you could stop before you possibly hurt yourself. So, what do you want to do? I'll give you that much.
Let's die, because injury is one thing, ghost is another.
All right. So, ow, that really hurt. That
Pain
hurt.
is real. Pain is real.
Pain is quite real. Remember, in Unknown Armies, you don't know how many wounds you have left. So yeah, it hurt bad. Meanwhile,
sorry.
Back at the other group, Dude Bro Avenue, we have Steve, Craig, and Bridget.
So Craig does not know how ghosts work, but he is a sort of stealthy man, and if possible, he'd like to take preemptive stealthy action.
Okay.
Got 60%.
Well, first off, all three of you are activating your apps, right?
Yep. I'm turning
It would
mine
make
on.
more sense to get into the depths of this section before we activated our apps instead of activating them at the edge.
Well, I want to be ready.
I follow the other's example helplessly with no willpower as soon as they pull out their phones.
All right. So, Steve, is your unnatural 4 notches?
My natural is 3.
All right. What is your knowledge at?
My knowledge is 55.
All right. Let's see how you do. You got a 57. That's a failed notch. There is. You turn it on. The temperature drops. You feel goosebumps. And you see an icy cloud. And you realize it's a breath. You look over, and you see a man. He's wearing a tracksuit. He looks rather angry, and he looks rather close. And you are terrified. What are you going to do?
Oh God! It's one of those people who walks around the mall all the time.
People of Walmart.
My instinct is to go into fight mode, so I get into a defensive stance.
Okay. He's running. All right. Yeah. No, you choose fight. So you just start lashing out at him. Because again, you just gotta kick him. It's not really a measured response. So what's your martial arts at?
So that's one of my identities. That'd be 60.
All right. All right. And that was a 62. Is that your obsession?
No, my obsession is that I see myself as a protector of sorts, so it wouldn't quite apply here.
All right, so that would be a failed check.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. You panic. So you're flailing around, and just your arm just feels your leg. Actually, that you kick into, it just suddenly feels extremely cold, as though you were covered in ice. So Steve is having a bad time. So this happens in a matter of a few seconds. Craig, what's your natural at?
2. Myself
right.
is 35. My knowledge is 35.
All right, you're not having a good day, but you rolled a 5.
Yes!
So, that's
Break it
another
together. Now,
Craig is a brick house.
how about rock?
just
A really kind of like squishy rock, but it comes back into shape. So one of my identities has therapeutic on it. Can I attempt to use Uber driver casual patter to like shriek Steve back into some kind of rationality? Maybe drag. We're gonna get there.
Pretend we're in a car together.
We are on the fastest available route.
because you that line, I'll allow it.
Traffic is light.
Wow.
60. It's not my obsession though.
What's your Uber driver at?
60, but it's not an obsession.
All right. Let's see here. You got a 4. Jeez.
Damn, dude.
Just rolling well.
Stop rolling well, Ross.
Well, I'm not rolling well for everyone. So that'll take a little bit for that to work.
I'm just hoping that I can stop him from making another mad attack on the ghost at least.
Yeah. Let's see here. Bridget, your natural's 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. That's a ghost, all right. He tried to kick a ghost. It's not working out well for him. What are you doing?
Yeah, no, they got it handled. I'm just gonna go deeper into the thing.
Okay.
Wow.
Why are you taking a
Two
picture of
parties
the
become
ghost?
4.
Let the men do men things.
So devoted to the mission.
All right,
Ghosts
so you head
of
further into Dudebro Avenue. All right, so we'll get back to you guys in a little bit. Let's see, Arthur, you slam on the table. It hurts. You have a bruise forming on your, stomach, and there's music playing somewhere.
That's when the other one started. Hold on.
It's fine.
My cell phone just suddenly started doing that. So
Suddenly the sound system comes on in the mall.
If it was Mallsoft, I would have given you a bonus, but no. So, Arthur, you're in the department store. They have still some of the racks and hangers and things like that. In the distance, you do see another ghost, and he is by a cash register. He seems to be manning it as though he's waiting for customers. The mall itself, in the ghostly version, does seem to have quite a few people flitting about, but they're kind of silhouettes. That guy's real distinct. And it looks like there is a photo taped next to the register. And some sort of little sign on it, but you're too far away to notice it. So, what are you going to do?
let's see.
Well, this is Zeke.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you're back in the food court. Zeke just ignored you and went into the
Yeah,
Thanks, Zeke.
that's how Zeke do.
no. So what is Zeke going to do?
Is there like an intercom system I can use nearby?
What's your notice at?
It is. Let's see. I don't think it's changed. It is at 45.
Yeah. You do see one.
Yeah, basically, I want to be like distract the ghost to get it away from the register. To be like, we need assistance in lingerie.
Okay.
Like all available.
Okay. So you do that. It doesn't work, but then you realize you do it while you're using the phone to look at it, and it does work. So what's your unnatural at?
3. No, it is now 4.
Okay. Yeah, that tracks. But you all hear this.
Video games are getting advanced.
Actually, no, you wouldn't hear this, but anyone near. Actually, Art, you hear Zeke's voice in the distance. Oh, so what are you saying, Zeke?
Like, customer requires assistance in the lingerie department.
Okay. So you hear that. So Zeke, what is your lying at? Or do you have
35.
all right.
I don't lie as good.
You don't lie as good, but you rolled a 28.
Woohoo!
So the ghost walks away towards what you think is the hope is the lingerie department. That none of these places are labeled anymore, unless you look at it through the phone. But you can grab the thing.
Photo. I will do so.
All right, so you grab it. Ding. The ghost turns around and sees you.
Crap.
And starts running towards you. What is your pursuit?
Pursuit by itself is at 25, but with Trucker, I can substitute it. I can substitute Trucker for Pursuit.
Okay, and what's your Trucker at?
75.
All right, you got a 12, so you succeed on that. So you managed to get away. So
I'm good at running away from lot lizards.
all right, so you got one.
God damn it.
Well played. Well played.
So meanwhile, back at Dubrow Avenue.
Meanwhile.
Let's see here, Steve, your leg hurts. But you know Craig's calm, soothing voice snaps you out of it. And
Doesn't
you realize
Craig just put Steve at ease all the time?
Okay,
you
I kinda
realize that kicking a ghost isn't going to work because it has no mask because it's a ghost.
Write that in your
Right.
journal.
Yeah, but it's still menacing you two, and you have to hold one hand up to see it because you can only see it through your phone.
Okay, I am going to try to draw its attention and try to get it to come after me, and I'm just going to avoid it.
All right, that would be a dodge check.
Can I use my identity as a protect, like I'm defending the other two?
Do you have it as a substitute for dodge?
No, not as a substitute for dodge. No, I don't.
Okay. What are its features?
Provides initiative and feature therapeutic because it's kind of a general thing. But anyway, yeah, it substitutes for connect because that was the only thing I could make sense for.
Yeah.
I couldn't justify dodge, I don't think.
Yeah, so dodge is dodge. So that's what's your dodge at?
30, I believe.
All right. Let's see here.
Might not go so well. I was hoping to be able to use my obsession there.
No, that makes sense, but unfortunately, the game mechanics are pretty clear. So you rolled a 65. So let's see if it's going to be able to connect with you. You do get its attention. I will say Protector lets you get it. You're taunting it essentially, and it's focused on you. But it rolled an 86, so it's actually, or 96. That's actually really terrible at flailing at you. So yeah, Craig, you're seeing this happen. It's a really messed up kind of fight. It would look cool if this was a movie or something. But this is really happening.
Fight between one person can't even hit the other. I mean, I don't know. It would have been better if Steve had shouted to. Yeah, I think that Craig is convinced that the ghost cannot be harmed, and so he's gonna yelp something about going after Bridge, and he's just gonna go.
Yeah,
for
that
her.
was my intention. I figured to go. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that Craig would have done better if there had been a specific instruction because acting on his own initiative when he's around somebody. Anyway.
Oh yeah, no, I probably would have said something like, "Go get the photo. Go get the photo. I'll hold it up." You know, that kind of thing.
Cool, great. That was how I was reading it. So yeah, Craig just goes sprinting off. Do we need to roll to catch up with her or anything?
Well, let's find out. Brit, you're at the hot topic. There is a ghost in front of, or sort of looking at the merchandise there. It looks like a gothic ghost. Weirdly enough, and she is perusing ghostly goods.
What's the difference?
Hey-o. So, but you do see in the back there is some sort of photo taped up to the far wall. You'd have to get by her. So she is. You can make a skill check to try and figure something out about her, about the ghost, or you can try and sneak by it. It's going to be very difficult because
doesn't Thad have a really bad hunch waiting for him on his next roll?
Yeah,
he does.
Whatever I do is gonna be bad.
Okay, that's a good point. So what is it that
actually wait? I have a thought. I'm gonna look back over my shoulder. Do I see that Craig is coming? Or
yeah. It hasn't been that long.
The mall is filled with gloom.
Yeah. Well, you all have phones that are a little lit up, so yeah. I think it's
Is he
getting
close?
lighter. Here. You can actually see more now. Anyways.
Oh shit! Is he close enough to talk to?
Probably not yet. I mean, unless you want to wait. I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna wait for Craig to catch up.
All right. In that case, Steve, the tracksuit ghost is still flailing at you. What are you gonna do?
Okay. Let's see. What were the rules that Cleo told us about the ghost? She said she was pretty inexperienced with this, right? Other than you shouldn't let them make contact with you, basically.
She says that's probably a bad idea, I think.
Right. Okay, do I see what the other two are doing where they're trying to communicate with the other ghosts, or do I have to keep my phone trained on this guy? You
can only see him and thus dodge the blows by using your phone on him.
Okay. And so far we have no inkling of what kind of things that they would respond to that would be like verbal or otherwise. Just
no one has tried to talk to the ghost yet.
Okay. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, I guess, and then just hope for some more information to come to light that'll help us.
Okay. So you're gonna keep dodging.
No. Here's the thing. Like I'm not very good at dodging, but I'm not sure what another good course of action would be.
Okay. You could roll. I would allow
Connect and talk the
knowledge.
ghost down.
Or you can roll connect to try and read the ghost.
I like that idea better. Let me just try to get a feel. Yeah, let me try to kind of intuit what the ghost wants. If there's something particular that this ghost is fixated on or something.
Ghostly.
Okay. What's your connect at?
It's at 60.
All right. That's a 46, so that would be a success. So what you realize though is, the one thing you realize, he's acting kind of like a drunk asshole at a bar, just wanting to show off how, big and strong he is. Maybe he doesn't even know he's a ghost.
Turn on mirror mode on your phone.
He fails to hit you again with an 86. He's rolling shitty as he flails at you. Maybe he doesn't know that he can't be hurt either. Maybe you could bluff him. Do you have coerced? Yeah. Do you have coerced violence?
I don't have coercive violence. I have. I don't know if I have anything that's going to help. My violence is pretty low. Like I have a violence of 1.
Okay.
But I'm good at struggling because of the martial arts thing. But I don't have that specific ability.
Yeah. So that's what you figure out. So that was your round.
Okay.
Let's see here. Meanwhile, Arthur, you've picked yourself back up. You lost track of the ghost that you were that was chasing you. Cleo's there. She says, "Oh, the department store one's photo's been taken." I guess that was Zeke, huh?
Track that?
Huh? Yeah, of course. I'm technically playing the game too. I'm just, monitoring you guys through my app.
She's a smart one.
Yeah. So you're good. So, maybe I don't want to tell you where to go next, but do what you want. At this point, Zeke comes running out into the food court. The other department store ghost kind of evaporates as he gets near the food court. So you two are caught up now.
I guess hardware? I say weekly to Zeke.
Are you gonna run away again?
Okay, in my defense, how many times have I seen a ghost, or any of us seen a ghost?
Probably as many as I did. I didn't run away like a pansy.
Yeah.
Let's just do this, asshole.
All right.
I'll follow Arthur.
All right. So you two start heading towards that. So are you sneaking or are you running?
I'll sneak this time.
You'll sneak this time? Okay. So who has the higher secrecy of the two of you?
50% if I use quiet.
All right. Oh, yeah, quiet.
Yeah.
I should have made that my obsession. I use it more than any. I haven't used Warehouse once.
Let's see here. So 72. That's gonna be a failure unless you want to flip that.
I used my one flip that's not connected.
All right. So that means you fail. So the as you're walking, you see that ghost that was chasing you, Arthur. The teenage girl. She sees you. She starts trotting after you. She's waving her arms. What are you gonna do?
Let's see. This might be a bit of a stretch, but can I use warehouse grunt for the way those things are set up? And the fact that mall's not that different to try to use it to lose her. Like I know how to move around all giant ass shelves everywhere.
Sorry, that's pursuit. So unless you have that as a substitute.
Nope, I have fitness and dodge and struggle as part of that. So nope.
Yep.
So just plain old pursuit.
All right. So Zeke, are you doing anything, or are you just gonna run after?
So what I want to know is what does evaluate helplessness do? What is that?
It tells you how many notches that person has in helplessness. Whether they're a relatively normal person or someone who's been, horrifically abused. Essentially someone who's been tortured and has no control over their feels that they have no control over their life.
Yeah, so I kind of want to try that to see why this ghost lady is freaking out as she is, because the other ones seem to be somewhat normal.
All right. So what's that skill at?
Helplessness is at
no, the evaluate helplessness skill.
It's a feature under irritable.
So what's irritable at?
45%.
All right. All right, you got an 81. So unless you can flip that somehow, is that your obsession?
No, but I have not used. Do I get I get a one time, right?
Yeah.
For my non, I'll use my one time to flip it to an 18.
All right. Yeah, you flip it an 18. You realize, she is someone who feels very helpless in their life. She's probably because she's a fucking ghost. She probably realizes she's a ghost. In fact, she might be trying to communicate with you. You're not sure.
I actually have a high connect. I guess I could have tried talking to her. Dang.
You
Too bad you're a coward.
So you two can decide. You can think about whether you want to continue to run away from the girl ghost, or continue, or try to stop and talk to her. Meanwhile, back at Dudeboro Avenue,
Okay.
Bridget and Craig are looking at the goth ghost.
Does she seem chill? I mean, she's not going all banshee snake hair, and
she doesn't seem to notice you yet.
She hasn't seen it yet. Craig, I need you to do something for me.
Of course. Craig is instantly more calm than he's been for the past 5 minutes.
Okay, I need you to like get out of direct line of sight, like get over, to the side, to where she won't be able to see you. Mm-hmm. I'm going to distract her, and then you need to go in there and get that picture.
Sounds good to me. I mean, you want me to move like quiet? I can do that. Yeah,
I mean, well, be as quiet as you can until you see her leave the store.
Okay, gotcha.
And then go in there.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay. Craig nestles himself among the, I don't know, what would be next door to the hot topic, among the abandoned lava lamps of the Spencer's Gifts, just inside.
All right. Whenever he's out of line of sight, I'm just gonna like keeping the phone to where I can see her. I'm just gonna yell, "Hey, poser!"
Oh.
She
you done did it now. You done did it now.
No, she looks at you, and you feel the scorn of 1,000 goths deriding you, and your lame haircut. Oh, you think that's punk? That's nothing. This is a self 5.
She is
no, I don't have it.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. What's your connect at? Oh no, this is sorry, not self isolation.
Whatever it is, this is gonna be bad.
No, sorry.
If it's isolation,
it's helplessness because it's defended with status. So what's your status at?
Let's see. Status is at 40, but my next roll is fucked.
Yep. Oh yeah, you failed.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, you feel the scorn of all the goths, and how do you react? Do you get angry? Do you get scared? Do you fall down in existential panic?
I'm getting angry. I'm not getting looked down on by some goth ghost.
All right.
God.
How are you going to attack the ghost?
I'm going to play my tape player really loudly at it.
Okay. Does it have a coerce meter on it?
No, I'm just doing it to annoy it and keep its attention on me.
You do that, and it actually you play it, and then your phone starts playing a video. It's quite weird, and it shows her, the ghost girl, but when she was alive, it looks like she's at a person's house, and she's holding a red Solo cup. And she's waving around. She's very, very drunk, and people are yelling. It's like more shots. And so, do you keep watching?
No, I turn the video toward her.
All right. All right. This is another. She yells at you. Watch now. So this is helplessness 7.
How can I hear her? I didn't see her in the video. Like can I hear her when the video's not on there?
Your phone, no, you can hear her now.
Okay.
So or it barks through your phone speaker. So you could watch, or you get really angry at her, and you're trying to watch, but you're suddenly just mesmerized by this. So we'll get back to you in a second. And let's see here, Craig. So that's going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's not ideal. It would have been nice if the ghost lady had maybe left, but she certainly seems distracted. I think we're gonna try to sneak on in there.
Yeah, burglar would work for that.
Burglar, it's my obsession. It's 60%.
All right,
Secrecy.
and you got a 5 again. So
I cannot roll above a 10.
yeah,
Luckily, nothing is opposed, or I'd be losing all of these.
You're taking a lot. Well, you're taking all the good rolls from everyone else. So
Yes.
Craig
So
comes
okay, cool. So
wait.
Craig is absolutely under no circumstances, unless there's some kind of compulsion, looking at this thing. He's grabbing it and he's like clasping it between his hands.
Well, you just kind of reach out and touch where the icon shows it should be, and then it kind of disappears.
Do I get the sense that it's on my phone now? Did I collect it, or
you did collect it? So, meanwhile, Steve.
Yeah. So I've gotten the impression this is the violent ghost. Is there, as I'm not super familiar with the game's mechanics, so how do you like fight violence in terms of like using another attribute?
Yeah. You could use. Let's see here. What could you use? You could use. Connect to try and coerce violence and try and threaten him. Or you could.
What if I want to calm him down and get him to stop being belligerent?
Well, that would also be connect. Yeah, that would be connect.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to. Let's see. He's just coming at me still.
Can you use protector for connect?
Yeah.
Yes, I can actually, but it's the same percentage either way. But it's an obsession, so.
It's an exception, so it's better. So, because you can flip it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to talk him down, I guess.
And it's a good thing you did. You got an 85, but that becomes a 20. Let's see. Yeah, 58, which is success, right?
It is.
All right. So yeah. Hey, flipping. It's a thing that helps your characters. So you start talking to him, and he doesn't seem to understand your language. He's speaking in a foreign language, but he kind of understands your intent. He's speaking in Russian.
I put my hands up, or I put one of my hands up, like, defensive, like gesturing, using verbal or using body language, I guess. Yeah.
So as you're doing that, your phone switches to a video, and shows that guy. He's on a street somewhere, sort of a dirty kind of street. There's broken rubble and stuff like that, and he's in a large crowd of people, all men. Most of them are in tracksuits. They're all yelling at each other. Do you keep watching?
Yeah, I'll keep watching.
All right. This is violence 5. What's your violence at?
My violence is 1.
All right. Well, let's see here. That's a 75. What's your fitness at?
My fitness is 50%.
All right. So that's failure. Either way. So basically, you see this guy. the ghost that you're watching, you actually see him die in this video. Someone comes up behind him with a brick and just breaks his head open. And you just see gray matter leak out of his skull. He falls to the ground. His legs are twitching. Another guy, kicks him again in the head. Then, I mean, the camera, it gets too blurry as someone's jostling the cameraman. And you just saw a little, footage that there's a little, you distantly see that there's a little icon that says live, recorded live. And dimly you realize this is that was how this man died. And he isn't aware that he died. But you're that's about as rational as you can get. So fight, flight, or freeze.
Am I at all aware of what's happened with Craig and
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna freeze. Actually,
All right.
That's more violent and more real violence than I'm used to at all.
Oh yeah, no. So the ghost gets closer. He puts his hands on your shoulder. He's talking to you. He turns around and he seems kind of like, why are you looking at your phone? And then he sees that he's mesmerized, and you're just getting colder and colder, and you're just kind of numb. Numbness just kind of pervades you.
We need to save Steve.
So, yeah, you're kind of not doing so well. So, Craig, you got the icon. Bridge, you're watching the video. You see this girl. She falls onto the couch unconscious, and face down, and everyone keeps partying around her. And she says distantly, that's the last thing I remember, and then I'm here, and now why am I so cold, and why can't I leave? And how is Bridge reacting to this?
Well, let's see. I suppose it would be, fuck, I'm just gonna answer. You're a ghost.
What? No. I was going to college. Like, no. I like, what the fuck? They didn't call an ambulance. They didn't call someone to help. Fuck that. No. Someone's got to pay for this. Someone's gonna pay. I don't fucking die, and then they don't fucking live stream it and then laugh
That's
about
fair.
it. And
So
then
then tell me who they are.
Okay. Do you swear you're going to make them pay?
My rage is bystanders doing nothing.
All right. Yeah, you're into this.
So fuck them. Let's get on it.
All right. So
I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sorry I called you a poser. I had no idea.
All right.
You are goth as shit.
He kind of vanishes, and you have a list of names in your head, and we'll deal with that later. So,
Sweet.
Dun, dun, dun.
Craig, you turn around after you get the icon, and the goth ghost is gone.
She's just gone. Okay, well, good exorcism there, creepy girl. I think that you are top tier. Definitely rate you high on that rated Yelp for People app if they ever release it. Can we go save Steve? I think he's in trouble.
Yeah, we should probably go help Steve.
Yeah, let's help Steve.
All right, the two of you run back, and you see Steve sort of standing. The ghost is near him. Steve is breathing. You can see it. You can see his breath in the air. He looks kind of blue.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm a
What did you-
EMT.
What did you do with the goth lady? Did you do it again? Is it what? Did you throw salt? I mean, was it?
No, just I got my former EMT thing. Can I use this to try and figure out like?
Well, you need to get him away from the source of cold.
The monster ghost.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if Craig
that's
still
the
has
first
an
thing.
action here, I'm also pretty connecty. I mean,
You want to try it?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
so-
I mean, I'm
Try and
55
fucking-
connect.
Try
I mean,
and
so I
fucking
guess
him out of it.
what's the approach? I guess I'm like gonna inch around until I'm kind of a little bit behind Steve. Got the ghost in front of me. I'm like, it doesn't have to be this way, man. But you just
I would
reach
say
out.
just snap Steve out of it and let's run.
Can I do that? Can I use my? It didn't
Yeah.
sound like okay. I can try using the therapeutic again. I guess you want to do that. This is that's a new
What's your skill in that?
60, but not obsession.
Yeah. What's the percentage?
60.
60. Well, you rolled a 34, so yes.
Okay,
Steve, you
just-
get out of it.
Come
go-
away slowly.
Yeah, no, you can all get away. Steve, you're cold. You're real cold. Cold. But you can all escape back to the food court.
Okay, when we get back to the food court, I'm gonna see if I can't find help somehow.
What's your EMT at?
75.
All right. Let's see here. 51. You succeed. So yeah,
All right,
no,
warm
he's
up there, buddy. You're okay. You're okay.
he's frostbitten.
Okay.
But not too badly.
It's just minor. You're not going to lose anything. We just need to warm you up. Hey, Craig, come over here and get real close and hug up to Steve.
Craig hugs Steve and has tears in his eyes.
All right.
The thought of losing his most
You
recent leader.
You just stay close to Craig for a second. Warm up. All right. You're gonna be
All
okay.
right.
Okay.
So meanwhile, back team hardware store, there is a teenage ghost chasing them.
That's gonna finally.
Well, chasing Arthur.
So did you? Were you?
We're having like
Yeah.
it's a drama moment, and they're playing Scooby Doo. Like
Yeah.
I hit the phone at
It's
her.
weird.
And
They
let's
keep
go.
walking past the same background.
Can I help you?
All right. What's your connect at?
60.
All right. Let's see here. That is an 81. Can you flip that through one of your
No.
passions? All right.
My passions? Let's see. Rage is on gratitude. I doubt that. Loyal. I'm doing this for my loyalty to my friend.
Yeah, that works. So you can flip that to an 18. And she stops and I don't remember much anymore. I know that I used to remember things, and I used to. I don't remember what the sun feels like anymore. It's, and she kind of looks. Do you remember what it's like?
Yes.
Is there a tanning salon nearby?
It's empty. There's nothing in it.
Damn it.
Can you tell me what it's like to feel the sun on my skin? On your skin?
It's like a warm blanket, only on one side.
Okay. So you do that. You start talking. You tell her that. What were you talking about? Wait. What were you talking about? The girl suddenly, she looks more radiant. She says, "Thank you," and she just starts turning around and walking back. And Arthur, you don't remember, so
Does Arthur not remember what the sun feels like?
It's gonna be really weird next morning if I survive.
what were you doing with that memory? Get it back.
if this is a campaign game, one of your relationships would go down because you suddenly no longer remember that picnic you had with that person. One of your memories is gone. So, but we're not going to have to worry about that.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, Zeke's the one that's with me, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Zeke, what was I doing?
Talking about sunlight and feelings.
Okay, let's just get this photo.
All right. So you two head on, and you get to the hardware store. But neither of you see any ghosts blocking your way.
Cool.
Okay. So you just keep heading ahead?
Sweet.
Yeah, nothing will go wrong.
Okay.
Oh, I mean, what is a skill to be like?
Yeah. Notice.
Notice.
Let's see. Notice is at 55.
Mine's at
Alright.
45.
An 8 and a 1. A critical success.
Sweet.
Ooh. All right. So Zeke, you realize both the ghosts are there, but they're being held by something. There's something like chaining or restraining them. Something kind of fuzzy and glitchy. The cameras, the phone can't quite resolve it. But then the mall entirely glitches back or sort of flips to the way it was in the 90s. You know, you even hear soft mall music pumping from your phone speakers. And there's a man in a suit. He looks like a department store manager, only, you know, there's not really much of a face or a face at all. In fact, the entire head is just kind of a void with a bad toupee on it.
Slender manager.
Slender manager, yeah.
That's weird.
Regional slender manager.
No.
Because you got a critical success, you realize you have a split instant to try and hide, or you can try and confront him, or you can try and get the advantage on him, you know, ambush him somehow. This figure, whatever it is. It's not a ghost. It's clearly not a ghost, whatever it is. So what is your immediate reaction, Z?
Jump out and complain about the service.
I would say, given his history, his more immediate response would be to will be violence.
All right. How is he going to use violence?
He will try and ambush this guy because he doesn't seem to be part of whatever game we're playing.
Okay. Well, you only see. Okay. Yeah. You. What skill do you want to use for that? Irritable.
Let's see.
Or do you want to threaten him with? Doesn't irritable have coerce violence?
I can coerce violence.
So you can threaten him, or you can actually attack him. Which do you want to do?
I will threaten him.
All right. What's your irritable at?
45.
All right. 45, and you get a 16. So what are you saying to him?
Oh, geez. What is he's basically wearing like a regional like a suit?
Just like a blue suit.
It's like so you buy that for prom, boy?
Well, coerce violence, that's more of a helplessness or self. Violence would be like, back the fuck off if you want to keep that suit looking pretty.
Yeah, it's like
you don't want your nose.
No.
If you don't want to,
it's like either get out of here or you're gonna you're gonna get blood in that fancy suit of yours.
There you go.
Or void juice.
It turns. Oh. I wondered what the disturbance was. Something caused all kinds of ruckus here. Someone's this is a storage facility now, you know. It's been zoned for that, and I'm caretaking it. Could you tell me who's causing all this interference?
Don't name names. Don't name names.
Someone put you up to this, correct? Now, I don't have any quarrel with you, sir. In fact, I can reward you if you help. I do not wish to do not think of me as a threat. So you succeed. He's being deferential.
Tell him Margaret Sherfield.
We don't have a PC hive mind.
So yeah, Arthur, you see the figure too. You see
Snapchat TagNet.
I'm going to try to sneak around while they're having their conversation.
All right, what's your secrecy at? Or quiet, right?
Yeah, 50. I kind of abuse quite a lot of this.
You succeed with 31. It's entirely focused on Zeke.
Just how Zeke likes it. Wait, what?
You meant
Arthur, what's your notice at?
My notice is at 55.
All right. Well, you got a 98, so you don't notice it right away. So Zeke's going to have to talk some time.
I'm a warehouse grudge, and of course I can search lots of shelves to find things. So if it's on a shelf, I can try to use my warehouse on it.
Yeah, well, it's a 98 though, so
yeah, that's true.
It's got to fail either way. Anyway, Zeke, what do you say back? Zeke, Jeb, you there?
Oh, it would help if I was muted.
Yeah. What do you say back to this weird figure?
So he said that if I give up names, he's going to reward me for
yes.
something?
You could ask him to clarify.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm new to this fangled.
Oh yes.
Game stuff. What's going
on? You know
on?
what we call people like you? It's not. I mean, it is an insulting term, but you're a pony. You're not a charger. You're not a checker. You're a pony. But you can be a charger or a checker, or you could just walk away from this with money. Would money work? I have access to money. Or just give me someone clearly put you up to this. Tell me someone who's probably not too far from here. Tell me who, and I will be very appreciative, and I won't hold it against you, and neither will my employer. Oh, by the way, my name is Mr. Standard. I'm just a servant. I'm just very, very normal.
That sounds like a government name.
Oh no, very private industry here. Very, very private.
So what's a charger exactly? You're saying things that I don't.
Probably the person who put you up. Someone who they build up. They like to say charges. You know, they build up resources and then expend them. Kind of, you know. So that's the idea. They're using you to do their dirty work. They're trying to change things. You know, they're trying to upset the status quo. They're trying to make names for themselves or enact some sort of agenda. But you don't have to be part of that. I'm sure you don't have any idea what their real agenda is.
So how much money are we talking about? Because this whole thing actually does kind of involve money in the first place.
It always does. I'll get you as much as you need to do the thing that you want that needs to be done. So you don't have to worry about that. You just have to give them up so they can face justice. Really, because this is a very carefully planned storage facility.
You might want to come back to me.
Yeah. All right.
I need to make a choice.
Well, Arthur's hearing this too. Meanwhile, you three are back in the food court, and Steve is getting healed back up as best, warmed up. Steve's not, doing great, but Steve will do fine. He's not going to lose any, fingertips or anything.
Good deal. Am I back in action?
Yeah, you can act again. But when, Cleo says, "Oh, we have a problem. You guys need to go to the hardware store. There, it seems there's more than just ghosts. I knew it couldn't be simple."
More than ghosts? What do you mean?
There's a reason why this place is weird, and you need to go and deal with it. The weirdness factor. There's someone else here. The reason I think the reason why there's ghosts here, someone's been, well, I don't want to refer to that movie, but someone's been catching ghosts and putting them here so they can, think of them as like batteries that they can use. And we're kind of messing up that carefully laid plan. So if you could go deal with the caretaker, whatever that is, or you could find the circuit breaker for all this and break it. The circuit breaker is probably in a place you haven't been to yet. It's definitely not the hardware store, so it's either Fashion Lane or the movie theater. And I don't know what it is, but you'll know it when you see it. It's probably near the photo too. But if you go for it, the caretaker's going to know, and so it'd be kind of a race. But yeah. Well, it seems like one of your buddies here is thinking about selling us all out to the caretaker. And
okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, yeah.
You say he's in the hardware store area?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go attend to that then.
That sounds good to me. I mean, yeah. Clearly, this is a team effort situation.
All right,
people
everyone's converging.
Open.
Everyone's converging on the hardware store.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
We lost that a minute or two ago, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He's probably resetting his interwebs. Or something like that. Let me check, make sure he's not messaging.
Clear the internet tubes.
Yeah.
The internet tubes.
Internet tubes. So, all right. I haven't got a message from him, so hopefully he'll be back soon. So he'll just go stare off in the middle distance, listening to music.
Can I borrow your tape player?
Yeah.
No. So it only works for Bridget anyway.
Yeah, I saw that.
So you're all Zeke. What are you saying to? So we're coming back to you. It's all. Yeah.
Oh God, so many choices.
Yeah.
He
doesn't have a face, so you're not really sure you could trust him. But that.
So
This could be a stupid idea, but since I stuck around and I'm not finding a chance to see the
Hey, can you guys hear me?
picture.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Arthur, your notice was what, 50?
Yeah. Oh no, but 55.
Well, you rolled a 64, so unless you can flip that, you failed.
I was thinking actually of adjusting my tactic, though this may turn out horrible for me. Charge and tackle Mr. Standard from behind while he's talking.
Okay. What's your struggle at?
Traditionally 20, but warehouse grunt substitutes for it.
Okay, yeah. What's your warehouse grunt at?
70.
70. Oh yeah.
Basically, like I was a brute force.
All right. You grab onto something. You can't really look at it with your phone. So Zeke, you're talking to it, kind of like, what do I say? And then Arthur jumps out at it and try hauls it down.
We're giving him a chance to betray us.
Arthur,
I would never.
Arthur, that feels bad for numerous reasons. Sharp, pointy, something. You think you hear rattles like from a rattlesnake. This is unnatural 7. What's your skill at?
Naturals defends with knowledge. Oh yeah, my naturals 2. So
yeah, no.
Knowledge is at. It's been taking a hit lately, so it's only at 50.
And you rolled a 3, so you can still hang on, but you gain another hard notch.
You owe me a 3 now.
Yeah. So you're wrestling around with something, something physical. So this isn't a ghost, but it's wrestling back. So actually, it's going to oppose you. So this will be. Let's see here. It's a 19. And you get a 8, so it actually beats you. You something lashes at your face, and you feel your forehead bleeding.
No.
Yeah. So there's blood covering your face.
Well,
and this is when all of you get there. This is a violence 3 check to see Arthur's face cut up and something skittering about the floor before leaping back into the darkness.
Wait, there's something skittering on the floor. Was it?
It looks. You saw a cloth. You saw something in the cloth. You're like a suit, but it was twisting in the wind like a scarecrow, and it was just, God, it was fast.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So that's a natural 3 to see that. Does anybody have unnatural 3?
Nope. Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
I've learned a lot about the world today.
It's been a busy couple of days.
Today I learned.
Big night. So you have it disappears. Arthur's head is bleeding. You hear a voice in the darkness. Look, I will be merciful to the first one who gives up the person who set them up for this. Don't be a pawn, be a winner. So yeah.
Oh God, how dumb is Craig?
Don't give into this, guys. Just don't. Let's just walk away from here. Let's find the rest. Let's move on.
Cleo didn't set us up.
We don't need to deal with this guy
She's
at all. Working
with us.
Gave
up her name.
If Craig didn't do it, Zeke was going to.
Craig angrily shouted that Cleo did not set them up. She's on their side, and fuck you, Shadow Man.
Yeah, good job on that one.
In so doing, he revealed her name.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Oh damn it! You
spoiled the Cleo, and he is not necessarily impulse control, man.
I was going to do the same thing, so you do it.
Oh no.
Face palm, now bloody palms.
There's a chuckle. It's Cleo, huh? And then it kind of skitters off into the darkness.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
So-
Well, now we might be screwing out a bullshit.
She's not hiding in the food court while we do all our work.
All right, so I'll go from right to left. Bridget, what are you going to be doing? You can.
Sorry, I lost connection for like a really long time there. What happened?
Arthur is bleeding horribly.
I tackled a monster that kind of escaped.
Okay, well, in that case, in the short term, I'm going to be helping Arthur.
Okay. What's your EMT skill at?
75.
You rolled a 96. Is that a crit failure?
Yeah, that's not good.
You don't have your bag. You can't really stop the bleeding. So.
Do you have a passion to flip it with?
Oh wait, well no, all it would do is flip it, and it would. Oh no, wait, what was it?
69, right? 96.
96, so 69.
Oh yeah. My noble passion is helping the helpless.
Yeah, Arthur seems pretty helpless at this point.
I'm on a bad day.
So we'll flip that. We'll flip that to 69.
Yeah, no, he's really bruised. He'll have a big cut on his forehead. That's gonna scar. But you can patch it up. So good job. Let's see here. So that's what you're doing. That's what Arthur's doing. Craig, they haven't found the thing. Do you want to search it for the third picture? Craig, can you hear us?
Yeah, sorry, sure. Well, I guess I'll search. Craig is fired up. He's kind of stomping around. Maybe he'll run into it by accident.
All right. What's your notice at?
Notice is at 45. It has been steadily declining.
Yeah, well, 14 is still enough to find a third picture. So, ding. So you've got that. Let's hear Steve. What is Steve going to do?
The guy who skittered off. He's still in this area, right?
You have no idea where you want to. If you want to, you have to have a notice check to see if he's here.
Notice to try to determine if he's still here, and if so, just kind of watch for him so he doesn't pop out and get someone. Basically.
That's 85. I'm going to guess that's a failure.
Yeah, that's a failure.
He is Steve.
I mean, unless I mean it ties. I'm kind of like that in that I have my noble drive is helping others or defending the weak kind of thing. So
yeah.
I don't know if that counts or anything, but
stand and watch for a fallen comrade.
Yeah. Yeah, you can stay on guard. That's pretty easy to do. So Zeke, how you doing?
Should we go back to the food court and see what the hell's going on?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Actually, you get a text message immediately on your phones. It says, "Find the photos now" in all caps.
Did we find the photos?
You found
Actually,
three of them.
Three. There are two more.
Well, so
Fashion
Craig's
Lane.
gone off. So is
Fashion
Fashion
Lane
Lane or the movie theater?
Okay, let's split up again. Let's split up again. I'll go movie theater. How bad is Arthur's looking pretty bad.
He can still walk around. He can still walk. Yeah.
It's just a little blood loss. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the movie theater. At least one other come with me.
I'll
Probably you want to go with
keep with Steve, I guess.
All right.
Okay.
So that's three.
I'm
so
uninjured. I mean,
We're working on borrowed time here, so we need to hurry.
Yeah.
All right. So Arthur and Bridget are going to Fashion Lane, and the rest are going to the movie theater. Is that correct?
Well, we still need to get the one in the
The
department store,
department
right?
store.
Fashion Lane. No, you've got the one in the hardware store. You
Oh,
got the
okay.
one in the department store. The only ones left are Fashion Lane and the movie theater.
Okay.
My understanding that Arthur and Bridget were going to go to Fashion Lane.
Yeah, that'll be. We'll do that.
The other three are here. All right. So Fashion Lane.
Also, wait a minute. So it's me and a wounded person are going.
Well, Zeke will stick with Arthur.
Okay.
So the three of us will go to the fashion.
Me and Steve then heading to.
Yeah, that
Craig
works. Let's do
to
that.
the movie
All right.
Sounds good.
All right. So the three of you head to Fashion Lane, and there is, let's say, yeah, you see there's actually a car in the intersection here. It's a ghostly car. It's kind of set up in the place like win a free car here. But there's a guy in the car, and it's a ghostly car. It's kind of looks like he's waiting. It seems like he's waiting at a traffic light. Like that's the kind of the engine idling. He's got his hands on the wheel. He's looking up at the a green light that you or traffic light that you don't see. So yeah, do you guys just walk by it?
I'm gonna not be in front of the car, that's for sure.
All right. So
I felt weird the last time I talked to a ghost, so I'm just gonna walk by and hope it doesn't do anything.
That's
Zeke has a sneaking suspicion, so he's going to observe for a moment.
Observe for a moment. All right.
Yeah.
So this is a violence 5 and unnatural 5. As you watch the car start driving, I mean, it stays in place, but it looks like it's driving.
Mhm.
And then it just sort of hits the side. A bus suddenly comes into view, and it just slams into it at top speed, and people start flying, and ghostly body parts start flying in your direction.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. And a dash cam falls on the ground next to you. But yeah, no, it's super gross. So let's see here. Arthur, do you have violence 5 and unnatural 5?
No and no.
Okay. You which one do you want to roll for? You don't have to roll for one.
Let's see. When something defends with an ability, can you use the identity link to it? Or do you just have to use straight ability?
If it substitutes for it, yeah. If
Let's see. I substitute fitness and warehouse grunt, so
all right.
yeah, I'll do defensive fitness with that 70.
All right, you got a 94, so that's a
No, it's a
failure.
49.
Oh yeah, all right. So you get a hard notch. So you're like, all right.
This reminds me of that forklift accident. It was, I've seen some stuff out there in the warehouse.
Yeah, no joke. Let's see, who's next? Zeke.
Zeke.
Do you have a natural 5 and violence 5?
No.
All right. What do you want to roll for?
I will struggle for or defend against violence. So fitness.
Fitness, okay.
Which is at 50.
50.
To dodge out of the way, I guess.
You got a 41. Yeah, you dodge out of the way. Tense up, and yeah, so you get another hard notch.
2 violence.
Yep.
All right. 5 notches.
Yeah, no, it's a gruesome, murderous body wreck. Let's see. What about you, Bridget?
I have unnatural 5, but I only have violence 3, so I guess I will be defending with fitness, which is 50 also.
All right, I already rolled a 20, so that succeeds.
Holy shit!
Yeah. So Bridget, you can kind of figure out the pattern here is that these are people who died live on the internet.
Yeah, there are always cameras.
Yeah, and someone's capturing their ghosts and using them for something. That's a thing that happens.
Actually, you know what I'm going to take a second here and do? What? Even though I normally do this in private, I'm going to listen to my tape player. See if I can figure out what's coming up ahead.
What's your tape player at?
45.
And let's see here. You got a 7, so that succeeds.
Sweet.
So let's say.
By the way, anyone else nearby just hears like a grainy mixtape that sounds like it was recorded off the radio.
Just like the 90s.
Let's say God in a box, God in a box, ghost in a box, got it, soul in a box. Got to get my juice on, got to get my groove on. So the lyrics are indicating things of that nature. So you have a hunch, so you can use that 7 on whatever you want, or the next roll that you make. But you get a sense, that whoever that Mr. Standard is a or a servant or a guardian to protect this place, and someone's using this place to store ghosts that they've captured somehow.
I mean, a lot of these ghosts don't seem like they belong in a mall.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
mall ghosts.
Yes. Meanwhile, back at the movie theater, we have Steve and Craig. They go in there, and the last week's special showing, Sunset Boulevard, is on the marquee, and It wasn't actually that old of a mall, obviously, but they just played it because they're closing anyway. So you actually hear noise coming from movie theater 2.
I approach.
Yep, that's our destination. Now, I need
Get
you
my
to be
phone
calm,
out.
Steve. I need you to be chill. Is that okay? I mean, can I?
It should go better the second time. Should go better
Third
the
time. Third time. But
You're right. Third time.
So you enter movie theater 2?
Yes. I'm taking
slowly. Can I possibly scout?
I'll stick my phone. I'll stick my phone around, but I'm taking point. Like phone in front. Look through the.
All right. So you look in front. There's a movie playing. You don't recognize it, but something's playing a movie.
Is it playing for real, or is this like playing just through the application?
Something is playing on the screen, but it looks like static or a white screen.
Okay.
In real life, but on the phone, through the phone, you can see it's a young woman. She is at a highway rest stop. She's getting a soda from a vending machine. And you keep watching?
Yeah.
Okay. Craig, what are you doing?
It's information.
Well, I mean, not zipping away, but I'm definitely scanning the seats to see if there's an audience.
Nope, no audience.
Not even through the camera.
Nope.
How about the projection booth? Anybody seem to be up there? If we move in just far enough to kind of look up.
You can't really see with the light.
Did I see I have never seen the way to a projection booth in an actual movie theater. Did I spot it on the way in? Was it obvious how you can get up there?
No, the projection booths are hidden from the.
So that's not an immediate step we could take anyway.
You'd have to find the passage. There'll be a little staircase leading up. There'd be a door leading to a staircase that leads up into the projection room.
Or you could climb up on my shoulders and leap. Maybe not. I guess just watch. I guess we'll just watch.
Are you going to watch? Or are you going to search the theater? Or are you going to leave?
I'll keep an eye on I'll glance at it periodically. I'm not avoiding the secret knowledge, but I'll focus on searching the seats, I guess. So
okay. So there's just this horrible glitching, screeching sound, and then this just blur of pixels that sort of appears on screen. But the woman seems to be turns and looks, and it's like she's talking to someone, but it's been horribly pixelated out in a way that's just grating on the senses. But she seems to be talking to somebody, and you have a natural 3 hardened, I believe. So you don't have
4 actually.
Yeah, you're a 4, so yeah, you're fine. But she's clearly talking to someone, and this person is motioning somewhere outside of this rest stop. She's going along with this person.
Don't go.
Come in under the shadow of this red rock.
Yeah. So what's your
notice? My hand's shaking, and I can't help but start talking at it. Like, no, don't go.
Okay.
Steve, I need you here.
You got a 9 on your. You were searching, right, Craig?
I don't think we roll it yet.
No, that's what I was saying. But that was your action. I did roll it. So you got a 9. So you notice some of the floorboard, like there's an area in the middle between the 4th and 5th aisle, that's clearly been it's been disturbed. It's been like the carpet's been ripped up and put back on there. So you can something's been stashed under there.
Hey, Steve, turn away from the static. Stop looking for secrets in the fuzz and the pattern of the universe. Come help me with this thing. Looks like there's something under here.
That's when you hear the door to the theater open.
Oh shit!
Behind me. Behind me.
Oh shit!
And then you hear Mr. Standard's voice. I know you're in here.
I ignore him, and I keep walking.
Okay, so he's walking up behind you.
So wait, his voice came from behind me then.
Yeah, he from the entrance of the theater.
No, hang on. I hadn't really seen Standard before. What was he as a check on a natural?
A natural 4.
Yeah, that's I need that.
Okay, I'm going to.
All right, what's your
knowledge is 35.
You got a 44.
Oh no!
So an unusual failure.
Yeah.
What does a match failure on these do? I don't remember.
Bad things.
Yeah, bad things. It's still. I'll still give you the choice. In general, you can choose the one of three things, but then I NPC your character for a bit.
Can Craig just try to like collapse to the ground and try to tear open whatever's in the floor just with his fingernails to try to escape into that direction? And like,
okay,
viable?
Yeah,
all
right.
Just helplessly, probably to no avail.
Okay.
Slash, if he does get it open, he's going to dive in no matter what it is.
So Gaina failed a natural notch.
Oh yeah, I got it there.
And then let's say, what's your helplessness at?
My helplessness is at 3 hard.
Okay, so make a helplessness check. What's that at?
Status is 50.
All right. You got a 48. So you get a hardened helplessness notch. Because it's pointless. Oh god, you're just digging in the ground. And there's a skeleton. There's a desiccated skeleton that's been hidden in this.
Oh god.
So yeah, no, you're just like curl up in the fetal position as you realize there's no way out. Yep. You're trapped by Mr. Standard. So we'll come back to you guys in a little bit.
Well, hold on. Was Mr. Standard right behind me then? And
I assumed when you walked into the theater, you didn't like take a seat. You were just standing in front of all the seats because the movie was already playing. So you were just sort of standing near the front of the theater. Like it's a standard movie theater. You know, there's the one doors in the back, and then there's a little hallway, and then you come up to all the rooms. So you're just standing at that junction between the seats and the exit.
Okay, and was Craig closer to where Mr. Standard was then?
No,
I thought it was down toward the screen, kind of.
Yeah, he's in the middle of the aisles. He's in the middle of the seating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
you're closer to Mr. Standard.
He was looming behind you, and I turned around and saw a monster standing behind my only friend in the world.
Just to get in, what I'm trying to do is I'm going to continue walking forward toward the screen away from Mr. Standard, but I'm not going to look at him, and I'm going to keep watching the video.
Okay.
Trip over.
He's going to keep. Well, Craig's off to the side. You're off to the side.
Right.
You're in the middle of the seating.
I want that tangle of limbs. You know?
Don't worry, I forgot.
And skeleton.
Yeah. So meanwhile, Fashion Lane, you guys, get around the car wreck.
You guys okay?
Better.
It's still better than what happened when I tackled that thing. So,
Okay.
Between the three of you, you find the photo. It's in plain sight. Bing. So there's only
I guess
one
I
left.
thought the car crash would scare us away.
Easy mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this means that our horrifying friends probably with our other friends.
Yeah, probably. We should go and see about them.
All right.
This strange tingling sensation.
All right. So you all run to the theater. Just trying to catch up for that. So meanwhile, back in the theater, you're watching it. The woman gets in a car with the pixelated mask. They're talking. They seem to be. You can't understand her because there's just background static. As long as he's on camera, and his voice is just this loud, grating, droning sound. But you're getting the sense, this is not going to end well for her. And but you can hear Mr. Standard's voice, just crystal clear over the static. Everything has a price, and some prices are easier to satisfy than others. Now, you may think you understand what's going on, but you don't. And it's the longer you linger, the worse it will be for you. And why aren't you looking at me? Why don't you turn around so we can talk? He's behind you, Steve. You can feel his presence behind you.
He's right next to me.
Yeah, he's behind you.
I'm just gonna pretend like I'm still ignoring him, and then
sweep the leg. Sweep the leg.
I was gonna kick really hard behind me and just start moving.
All right.
Just before, just fast, without even looking at him. Obviously, just I
All
can sense
right.
yes.
I assume an 89 does not work, though.
Nope.
So
No, no, that does not. It's a fail.
yeah, no.
Damn it.
Yeah, he is going to coerce violence on you. Do you know what I can do? Do you know what will be done to those who resist? So this is going to be violence 9. What is let's see, what is that defended with? Fitness?
Yeah, fitness is 50%.
All right.
Let me see if I can. He's threatening me directly, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just 50.
All right. The 32. That's you're kind of taken aback by the intensity, but
Hold on, sorry. One more thing. One of my identities resists challenges to violence. Would that apply here then?
you could roll that instead of fitness to make
So
your check.
60%.
Okay. Well, it was still 32, so it succeeded either way.
Okay.
But yeah, keep that in mind. So you're not, you don't panic or anything, but you gain that violence notches. You turn to face your foe, and all you can see, huh?
Oh no, I look at him.
Yeah. You can't really look at him too much, but all you can look at are his hands, which are knives, or he's holding knives. You just see the blade. It's really not good for you. So Craig, you're whimpering in a, you're just rocking.
Craig is not having his best evening.
He is not having a good day.
This is the price Craig pays for all those successes.
Being butchered on the floor among the skeletons.
Yep.
I don't think I've got much agency.
No, not at the moment, unless you had a passion you could activate.
Well, I mean, I do. I mean, I got
passion.
Friends are the only family I got. I think I've.
I would allow you to try and fight.
Care about Steve.
You can try and fight if you want. That's it.
I think Craig has to do that. I think he has to change his
Rise
berserk.
is a challenge, Craig.
He has
best
absolutely
round.
He's no good at this though. It's just struggle. I forget what that is. What is that, fitness?
No, it's a separate skill. It's under violence.
Oh, violence. Struggle. Oh yeah, there it is. That would be 20.
Well, I'm sorry. I guess there is charm in this game. I rolled a 66.
Oh no! So does Craig leap to his feet and sprint for
Witness me.
and then take 66 damage from knives?
Yeah, no, he takes you turn around.
I guess that's firearm damage.
Yeah, no, you get stabbed in the chest and it does not feel good.
Oh no!
So that's another violence check.
Oh Jesus!
You're just bleeding on the ground. Don't worry about you. We'll get to you if you survive. Let's see here. Actually, you just made a violence check, so you can still act. You don't have to make one twice in one round.
Okay. What are you talking to me right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna stop. Okay, now I'm gonna stop and get his attention and get him to focus on me.
With words or punching?
With words. I'm gonna say, okay, I'm talking now.
Okay.
Turn away. Look at me.
Let's see here. 37. All right, he does turn back to you. Craig, you're not immediately dead. You're still breathing.
Slide off the blades, collapse onto the floor.
I'm crawl away like TNT.
All right.
I want to go hang out with my friend the skeleton. He never hurt me.
Yeah, you're just crawling towards the exit. You just kind of want to get away at this point. Sean, can you quit and rejoin real quick again? Your voice is breaking up again.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, the other three players get to join in. And I'll make a violence check.
Before going to the theater, can I roll notice to try to find a folding chair or something?
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's going on with that, but
it happens. It might be
is
my part. It might just be.
I feel like Discord is a more
you got an
stable
8
version.
9 on a notice check, Arthur. So no.
No.
All right.
Oh well.
No, that's fine. But I assume all three of you are running the movie theater, and all three of you will need to make violence 5 checks. I can think to see Craig being.
I'm safe.
Eviscerated.
What is the guy saying to me?
Well, we'll get to you in a second. Their actions are going to go. So, Arthur, what is your violence?
My violence is 2 notches, so I'll have to use warehouse grunt to defend again at 70.
22. You're fine. All right.
Damn.
Never liked him anyway.
Yeah, you remember this time a guy ran into a box knife that someone was swinging around. Damnedest thing, got himself.
Hey, was he okay? Calls Craig.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to think that OSHA should be shutting down the place at work at.
Yeah, no shit. Zeke, what's your violence at?
5.
All right, you're like, yep, not the first time you've seen someone.
I've hit so many deer.
It's not. No, you've seen this bar fights. Like this is probably you've seen truckers do this to each other. But it's not you. And he's still crawling. That means he's not dead. So that's good.
Yep.
Let's see here. Bridget, what's your violence at?
Violence 4, so helplessness is 50% 50%.
Let's see here. You got an 83.
Damn it. Oh wait. Oh no, I can't do anything with any of those. Oh no, wait. Actually, oh no, that only substitutes for notice. I was gonna say like if I could roll former EMT instead for.
If it could resist violence, you could. Is that one of its features?
No, damn it.
If you had a passion that would work on that would.
I would, but I did. Well, oh wait, this isn't just for flipping. This is for rolling it instead, or
no, for flipping. It's an 83.
Oh,
it can become a 38.
Yeah, I don't think I have.
You roll a second chance, but flipping only happens with obsessions, right?
Yeah. No, you can.
You can flip once per passion if you can evoke it.
Okay.
I have helping the helpless. Have I used that yet? I can't remember.
You did. You used it to save.
Okay. In that case, then no, there's not much I can do.
All right.
Not much anyone can do for old Craig.
Yeah. Well, the EMT might be able to.
Yeah, no,
you were now panicking.
I take the violence notch, right?
No, you
failed, right?
Yeah,
so,
sorry, take the failure notch. Sorry.
So fight, flight, or freeze.
Fight.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Join
What's
me
your
on the
struggle?
floor.
My struggle is not great. My struggle is 35.
All right. So you rush in there with an 89 on your attack roll. So that's
no.
So it's just crowding around the horrible thing that you can't really look at and understand what is it? Is it a person? Is it a what the fuck is Mr. Standard? You don't know.
I'm putting in a vote for blending machine.
Oh God.
Will it blend?
So then let's see here.
Walk on a treadmill and
Arthur, you made your check, so you can do a thing. Right? So what are you gonna do?
Yes, I did. I'm trying to figure out what I could do.
Well, you if you make a nose check, you can identify the skeleton. You could try and help Craig pull him away. You could try and talk some sense into Bridget, like treat Arthur or treat Craig. You can yelling at him is Mr. Sand's not really going to work anymore because everyone's
there was some escalation.
Bridget's kind of interfering with that because she's trying to attack it. So what do you want to do?
You said I could pull someone away?
Yeah, you can pull. Craig's on the ground bleeding.
Yeah, I'll try to get Craig out of the danger zone here.
All right. That would be fitness. Or you could use warehouse grunt because it's like a box, only it's made of meat.
Yeah, it's a meat box.
It's a meat box, so that's a 19. So that succeeds. So you drag Craig away. He's out of he's not going to be stepped on.
Definitely not exacerbating internal injuries.
He's fine. Let's see here. Who's next? Zeke, what are you gonna do?
So can I try to use coerced violence for him to attack me, so that the others can kind of get away in situations?
Yeah, you could taunt him.
So 45.
I've already got his attention right now.
Yeah, you're also
Bridget got his attention because Bridget's actually tried to attack him.
Okay.
That was broken after Bridget lost her mind.
Okay. Sure.
So you got a 97. Everyone's yelling and screaming, and it's just chaotic. There's this horrible droning sound. It's really loud in here. Zeke, I will say for free, your phone buzzes. Bzz, you have a new text.
Okay.
Let's see here. So that's everyone's actions for this round. So does anyone have initiative on a skill that they want to use? All right.
I have initiative.
Yep.
I have initiative.
Well, Craig, you're holding your guns in.
On your action, you bleed.
Fast though.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Bleeding is a free action.
Yeah, he turned his back to you again. You could try and attack him or do something else.
To me?
Yeah, well, it's your action. What do you want to do?
Okay, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get his attention. I'm just gonna say, Mr. Standard.
He's not gonna hear you, like unless you physically probably do something or you.
Everybody's yelling and bleeding and screaming.
Never mind. Then I guess so this is basically a fight that's broken out. Like essentially, that's just kind of happening and starts and stops. So I guess I'm gonna contribute to that and just I'm gonna try to attack him again.
All right. Well, what's your martial arts at?
It's 60.
25. That's a success. And he can't dodge because Bridget distracted him. So yeah, are you just striking him?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a couple of punches to the head where the head would be.
You get something hard and bony. Maybe he's just a real bony kind of guy. Maybe he is maybe it is a person. You can't. Yeah, but he definitely felt that. So good job.
I have his attention though. Is he turning and looking at me now?
Yeah, he's gonna try and turn and stab you.
Bring it.
All right. Careful what you wish for.
I
know. He did get a 49 out of 40, so he does miss that attack. So good on you. Let's see here.
Buying his time.
Bridget, you're attacking again with a 25, right?
Yeah, because I'm out of my mind.
Yep, you are out of your mind, and you got a 23. You smash him in the face.
So we just continually punch him in the back of the head.
Yeah.
So Steve hits him in the back of the head. He turns around, and then I hit him in the back of the head.
So it's like
this flanking bonus we got set up. This is pretty sweet, right?
Yeah. So let's see here. Arthur, you're dragging Craig away. Do you want to try? You can try and hold his guts in or try and yell to Bridget.
I'm fine.
I'll try to yell towards Bridget, even though my connect's gone down recently.
Yeah, what's your connect at?
50.
All right. That's a 20. Bridget, you look around, you see a wounded man.
Shit.
Yeah, your next action you can choose to do that next time. Let's see here. Zeke, what are you gonna do?
Who the hell's texting my phone right now?
Oh yeah, you look at the phone.
I guess I'll check my phone.
Zeke, you look up. It's from Cleo, and it says, "There's a power source. Break the skeleton break the skeleton in the aisle."
How far away am I from that?
You look over. It's not too far. The problem is the fight's going on, but is between you. There's kind of a bottleneck at the little. You remember, you're all basically at that junction between the hallway that leads into the theater or into the seating area and the seating itself. So basically, you have to get past that somehow. A fitness check would work, or I don't know, something, or a dodge check I'd allow.
I will attempt a fitness check at 50.
Okay. All right, 41. You make it.
Squeeze past there.
So you get there. Let's see here, and I think that's everybody. So new round. Let's see here. Steve, you can go first because you have initiative.
Okay. This time I'm going to try to get a good solid kick at his midsection.
Okay.
All right. So 60%.
All right. 39. What's your notice at?
What's that?
What's your notice at?
My notice is, I believe, that's tied to unnatural, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I believe that'd be 45. Then I have 4 hardened notches in unnatural.
All right. You're really surprised when you kick into a blade. He kind of reshaped his body, and you suddenly have a big, blade sticking out of your foot. You fall to the ground. You're in a
pull my foot away.
It's kind of stuck there. It's
still try to.
Yeah, you can try on your next action.
Okay.
Bridget, what's your EMT at?
75.
All right. Let's see here. 36. You're working. It'll take you some time, but you can help stop him from bleeding out at least. He's going to have to go to a hospital real soon.
No.
Right.
It's real. Not looking great for
That's
him.
okay. All right. Can you stop bleeding out for me, buddy? That'd be great.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Mr.
Sessions, that's what I need.
You just have to believe.
Mr. Standard turns and looks at Zeke and says, "Stop! If you do that, my employer will never stop hunting for you if you do that. Get out of our affairs. Just go back to your little world. You don't know what you're doing." So, Steve, you're standing on top of the skeleton. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna curve stomp it.
All right.
Yeah, it's good. You should also yell out "World Star" while doing so.
The trucker's world is fast.
All right.
Worldstar.com.
Unnatural 9.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. What's your unnatural knowledge at?
Not 9.
Knowledge is at, where's that? 45.
All right. Well, you fail that.
Well, I don't wanna.
Well, you gain a fail notch and a natural as you stomp it out. And the movie stops. Everything is dark for a moment. You hear clattering of bones and metal on the ground, and the entire building seems to shudder, like there's a tremor or an earthquake. And then it stops, and you feel like you're suddenly in a blizzard. And then there's just these invisible hands and just brushing your skin, trying to like almost burrow into it. You see faces, ghostly faces, just stream through your field of view. It's like you're standing in a river of souls. And it feels real bad, weirdly enough. So fight, flight, or freeze.
Flight.
Yeah, that's logical. You run.
Run away from the torrent
There's
of
the fire
souls.
exit right over there. Ah! You just run into the night.
Yeah.
So who's going to set up the fund me page for our now bleeding to death friend?
So yeah, no epilogue. You guys can Bridget and Arthur. You can carry, and Steve. You can carry.
I think Steve's foot probably needs some tending too.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. So Arthur and
He's got a
I'm not-
spare.
I'm not in danger of dying, but you know.
So yeah, you basically just sort of ignore Cleo as you get your friends medevaced. What's your story when you get to the hospital?
Warehouse accident.
Okay.
Established that my warehouse is apparently a house of
Hit my eye on a doorknob.
Oh God. I mean,
I don't know. I found
let them talk. I don't know, man.
We've learned that I
imagine
will.
At this
blend.
point, they just sort of roll their eyes when they hear about my warehouse. I imagine.
Well, it's after midnight.
It was those kids who beat up that old lady. They came for us
No,
too.
it's early morning. The hospital really won't care what we say.
We give them the list of names that Cleo gave us.
Yeah, they can't turn us away or anything. So.
All right. So yeah, there's no one to press charges on. You managed to talk your way out of that. Miss Cleo, you don't even see her. Zeke, you just kind of come to in a field outside the mall. You hear the highway nearby, and you're just kind of on the field, just kind of panting, out of breath. And but yeah, you eventually go back to your car, and
Relatively unscathed. Yay.
Yeah, barely scathed.
fairly unscathed. So
Just years of therapy.
Miss Cleo, let's see here. Jackson's. It takes a town to pay my bills. It takes a village to pay my bills. The crowdfunding campaign is retweeted by several A-list celebrities. Over $1 million are raised.
Wow.
So
Do we not even need Cleo?
Yeah, I was like, how much did he need? $1 million, and how much did he
this will pay for his college probably as well. Anthony tells you Cleo, I have to send her 10% to this thing, to this account. But You do that. Margaret Sharefield, if you look up on her and want to make those self checks.
Nope.
What?
I actually am. I'm going to.
I have Ghost Revenge to carry out.
She
She moves out.
I'll probably look it up.
She moves out. Other than that, actually, you don't. It's really hard to find her. Find out what happens to her.
Turns out
I'll
rich
bet.
people can always get away from their problems.
Well, she actually does kill herself, but that's
well.
a year from now, and then suicides aren't reported. So,
Jeez.
but actually, for Zeke, she calls you one night.
What?
Yeah, no, she says, I did what I had to. We have to make a profit every year. We have to cut corners. It's not my fault. You understand? And that's when the next day you find out she'd killed herself that night. So Zeke, you start hearing voices on the phone on a regular basis. Like every 10th call you make, there's a voice somewhere in the distance. Sometimes they're confused, sometimes they're angry, but they always seem to know it's you. So you can
shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you can deal with that.
Keep on driving into the night.
It's all in the reflexes.
It's a voice to keep you company.
Yeah, so Craig eventually recovers. Anthony made so much money he can pay for your medical bills.
Lung transplant.
Yeah, no, it was in the abdomen. It was
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, it's fine. There's nothing important there.
No. I mean, it's
Your
basically
intestines
extra
just a bit
storage.
shorter than it
That's all
used to
just
be.
that's all just armor class right there. Just
Yeah.
I think Craig was a case more fall along. I didn't mention that.
Heyo. But yeah, Cleo, you know that there's a way to make a lot of money on a crowdfunding campaign if you're willing to pay the price. So, and whether or not you deal with Mr. Standard's employer, do you guys think about the threat, or are you just like, yeah, whatever? Do you move on with your-
I have Ghost Vengeance to worry about. I don't really care.
Oh
about it.
yeah,
I'll be
you
worried
moved
about that.
to
You
another
become the
town.
Sixth Sense boy.
Yeah, you start. There's a whole host of college freshmen you need to dox and ruin. So yeah, that's what you start. You start getting more. Cleo does start teaching you things. So
Oh yeah, see, that's what Craig wanted there. He wanted to go work for Cleo. Honestly, not sure if she'd want to have him, especially after he doxed her by accident. But self continues to
that wasn't
erode.
her real name.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, but it's one of the aliases the guy knew, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she's a psychic named Cleo. Really? You really think that's her real name?
Who knows? Maybe it could be her handle.
Yeah.
It's a double bluff. It is her real name.
So yeah, no, Craig gets an offer too. Yeah.
Maybe desk work for a little while.
Oh no, it's all hands on. You know.
Oh great.
Yeah, Zeke's probably too concerned with the voices on the phone to be concerned with Mr. Standard right now.
Yeah, no, Zeke's having a nervous breakdown as far as
Craig's sense of self continues to erode rapidly.
How does Steve react to all this? Does he just
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I kind of know that there's a supernatural threat, like, you know, we were just threatened by Mr. Standard and everything. I don't want to be defenseless, and I don't want to have to run away because there are a lot of people here I've connected with. I don't want to have to abandon them. So
time to learn horrible things about the world.
Yes, I want Cleo to, you know, take me under her wing in
all right.
That's a thing you can do. So yeah, you do get referrals. You do. There are people who come on. All of you do that. So are there any? How do you react to?
I'm probably spending most of my time with a locked door and worry about whatever the fuck's going to come in.
Yeah.
Basically, paranoia for the rest of my days.
All right, that's fair. So yeah, this is something I've been thinking of. I haven't fully fleshed it out, but I basically figured out that you could make an adept school based on social media, and gain charges by doxing people, and i.e. ruining their lives, and then use those charges to help promote a different crowdfunding campaign. And the thing in the mall was there's a book. It's not in the published book, but in a playtest document. There's a thing about ritual games and using those. So I thought that was a cool idea. So why not an augmented reality ritual game in an abandoned mall at night? What could go wrong?
I like Pokemon Ghost.
Yeah.
Pokemon Ghost. Yep.
So yeah, exactly. But with spooky things, and obviously the other guy is another adept or avatar, someone who is killing ghosts. The ghosts were all people who died live streaming, so cameras stealing the souls and that kind of thing. And so yeah, I haven't fully fleshed all the stuff out, so that's why I was playtesting it. So I'll probably write this up more in detail. Maybe this will I'll send it to Caleb and he'll figure out some way to screw my character with it, but
bring back the PCs as
it's like pay it forward but with suffering.
Yeah, that's fair. So questions, comments, suggestions, you guys like it?
It's cool stuff.
Okay.
I'd never played on Armies before.
Yeah, no, I mean it's my first time running it too, so that's why I chose no avatars.
Although I think upon flipping through the book again, I'm not sure we were doing hunches correctly. I think
Maybe
we're supposed to do I think we're supposed to do a separate roll if it succeeds, but I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
But I figured I didn't actually care because
is that you made him do a second roll if you made a hunch.
I see.
What are hunches?
Hunches are like you store a roll and then you use it later on.
But you have to use it for your very next roll. You can't bank it indefinitely. So it's like if you get a bad hunch, you got to find a way to dump it without destroying everything.
Yeah.
Or you just save it up for something important regardless because you want to make things.
Sometimes you're the sneak and sometimes you're the steak.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a thing. That can happen. I do need to read the rules a little more carefully for the game mechanics, stuff like that. And like I was totally kind of flubbing the stuff about like Mr. Standard and stuff like that. Like I haven't carefully read all the stuff on demons and ghosts and stuff like that. But your characters wouldn't know anyway. So
that was a nice violent conclusion.
Yeah.
We're playing a game. I'm being stabbed with a knife.
Yeah.
I'll kick him right in the knife chest.
Yeah.
Don't kick the knife elemental.
Yeah.
That's basically what he is. That's what
I cast.
He is the edgelord.
Oh god,
I am impressed.
All right.
So I was actually gonna say when I pulled up when I pulled up the floorboards and found the skeleton, I was like, oh, I should just collapse on top of it and like weep and hug it, and like if that had destroyed it just with the weight of my body landing on it, we could have maybe avoided that whole.
I should have just packed a weapon.
Yeah.
Melee weapon.
Yeah, that may not have worked. But that might have helped. Well, at least with the parry.
If it would be bleeding, that's all.
Yeah, that's true.
If only we had cake.
If only you only had.
What is this cake and ghost thing anyway?
If only we had.
In the one shot that I have posted so far, the Great Bakery Ascension, it is canonically established on Armies that any kind of magic cake thrown at a ghost or incorporeal being will destroy it.
I think it's even non-magical cake, right?
Oh well, I gotta listen.
I think it's just
like
cake.
Shaped like
I thought. Well, Caleb said it was magical cake, not necessarily eternal life dick cake.
Okay, so it's an enchanted cake whatsoever.
Enchanted somehow. So
unless we knew the enchanted cupcake shop, we were pretty screwed.
Ghosts are super lactose intolerant, guys. Like so bad.
Yeah. It's not lactose. It's the gluten. That's what it is.
Yep, they'll get them.
The popularity of gluten-free stuff is clearly part of a ghost conspiracy to make the world less dangerous for them.
Hello.
That's true.
Oh my god, you're right. Illuminati confirmed.
See the lines and the circles.
All those squares form a circle.
All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle.
Yeah, and normally, obviously, in a campaign, I wouldn't, you don't throw that many checks at them that quickly. But in one shot, you kind of like
go for broke.
Did you end up with your 25 checks there by the end, Thad, or were you?
No.
Quite burned out yet.
Well, most of you did pretty low meters too, so it was pretty easy to.
Exactly.
I just had that self that was off the charts. That was what I was really into.
The 1 meter I had high, we never actually did anything with because there's never a point where it was isolated.
Yeah, I could have been more liberal with that too in terms of figuring out what would cause isolation checks, but
a lot of self checks because a lot of encouragement to behave like shitty people.
Yeah, no, that's very much.
Yeah, I went from 15 to 19.
Yeah, wow.
15, 19, not bad. That's pretty good gain. Congratulations.
I think I gained 3 hardened, so I was like 16 from 13. So.
Yeah. So you guys all became worse people, but you know, it's
for the keys.
You know, Ross, I like to imagine that happens with every game I play with you.
But I escaped the gig economy, and that's the main thing.
It's the magical
Any
gig
price.
economy.
Yeah, the Magical Underground is pretty giggy, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is more of a lateral move.
Yeah, you get there's more money, but there's more, you know, life.
Apple
Life.
Pepsi.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm glad everyone had fun.
Great. Thanks for having me. It was good to join you guys finally. I wasn't sure I was ever going to sign up for one of these things, but I came.
Well, I'll probably run on Armies again next month, especially because we're going to be playing our first actual campaign game this Wednesday, so I'll get more experience with the system. And
just wait till you hear the other game.
Oh my god, yeah, the other one
The
shot.
darker game.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
One that actually would explain that content warning. So it's kind of like, well, none of the stuff Caleb talked about showed up here.
Yeah, no, that was more for the second game, but I just put them in front of both because it's unknown.
Oh, okay. I was actually curious about that myself because I was like, wow, the bakery essentially.
Yeah, like there was no child abuse here. I mean,
Yeah, no, it's the next one. It's
No,
really-
it's implied. What do you think those cases are?
worth it to make the nerds angry.
Yeah.
Why do you think the PTA people were so angry?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, jeez, that is some headcanon's not good.
All right.
I should drop. Is this being posted, by the way, or is it hosted anywhere? Is it
It
recorded?
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, the RPPR podcast YouTube channel has all our Patreon games, so they're all saved. So you can download them yourself, or you can rip the MP3 from YouTube, or you can just stream it from YouTube. A lot of people do.
Yeah,
I think it's like simulcast from YouTube.
Yeah, these are live broadcasts. We have 5 viewers. Hi, viewers.
Ooh, hey, viewers.
What's up, nerds?
Wait, are the 5 viewers us, though? I mean,
No, it doesn't count.
No,
you.
because we're not hanging out.
Yeah.
We never count.
Ooh.
that's my adept school. I think I'm counting.
So yeah. Anyways, I need to get some food. and
Enjoy
stuff.
your evening, people.
Yes.
You all
Nice hanging out with you.
All right.
Talk to you all the time.
Later.
do.